Do you want to grow your YouTube channel? Do you want to earn more views?
Alrighty. We got a few things to talk about tonight, so make sure you guys hit that like button. It helps with the algorithm and let a lot more people know that we're on. And you know, the more you guys hit the like button, the more we'll have in here, the more the conversation will flow. That's tough. All right, let me check and see who all's in here so far. Like I said, man, hit that like button. Black Magic, what's going on with your boss? You say hit like. I'm guessing you meant to put this. Hit the like button, yeah. Totally not depressed. What's going on? Imagine starting the season one in. Yeah. We know. You missed the vote. Fire Manny before the bye week. That's tough. You know we ain't the best coming off them bye weeks, so that's tough. See, I want Mario Cristobal. Everybody want Mario Cristobal. Trust me. I want Mario Cristobal too. Plain and simple. You go, Wyatt. What's going on with you? What up, fam? Chris Kane for life. What's up? What's good with you? My brother Taz Haitian Kane. What's going on? It's showtime. Yes, sir. All right. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Okay. So we got a few things to talk about tonight. I just want to go through the list of things or whatever. You know, we'll start this off with Alonzo Highsmith. Now his name is being brought up, and you know, hey, I'm all for it. Now, first time around when his name was brought up, Blake James, Manny Diaz shut it down. Then they basically hired Ed Reed to take a position that gives them no power over Manny Diaz. Basically, Manny Diaz was basically scared that Highsmith was going to be over his head and telling him what to do. I know he wished he would have hired Highsmith. He could have had some help. Highsmith could have been the one to advise him to make better decision than he is. That's tough. But Manny Diaz is on the hot seat, plain and simple. Listen, have any of you guys seen Manny Diaz's last press conference? Let me know in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen it. Put a 2 in the chat if you have not. While you guys do that, Wesley, love your videos. Appreciate that, boss. Appreciate that. Walker, what's going on with you? BB, what's good with you? Kane Zay, what's going on, man? Manny need to go, and you know this, man. Yeah, we all know Manny need to go. That's tough. It's some ways that Manny can get up out of here, and in some ways that he can save himself. Now, I'm pretty sure nobody want him saved, but him saving himself might save us some embarrassment. But we're gonna talk about all of that tonight. Now, let me get caught up. DF, what's going on with you? Said keep Manny for life. That's a Florida State fan. Of course, they want us to keep Manny, but I don't know why, because he beat y'all regardless of his situation. So that's tough. Anthony, what's going on with you? Bergie in the building. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of ones in the chat. So basically, you guys seen the press conference. Manny Diaz looked totally defeated. But what really got me with Manny is how he tried to go around the question of development. Like, literally try to act like he don't know what the interviewer, what the guy was asking. Basically trying to take as much time as he possible, try to get the guy to redo the question or whatever so he could think of something to say. That's what I got. I don't know what you guys got from that, but that's what I saw. That's what I got. Manny Diaz, no accountability. You mean to tell me that we can see that the guys have not improved from year to year, but you as the head coach I don't know what you're watching. What film are you watching? Are these guys getting better? Are we not seeing Gervin Hall dodging the running back to go to a block? Are we not seeing stuff like that? Now, ESPN put that on blast. I mean, that's tough for Gervin Hall, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. The nation saw it. Come on, man. Come on. That was terrible. The ball carrier. If Gervin Hall had at least attempt to tackle this dude, not saying he would have got him down, but he would have slowed him down. The other guy that came in and tried to make an attempt to tackle would have had a better chance at bringing him down. We saw that. But Manny Diaz, being the same Manny Diaz that I've been telling you guys about, when you ask this guy about apples, he want to talk about orange. He want to flip the narrative. He want to dodge questions. I see Manny Diaz in that press conference, and I'm like, this guy is defeated. He's done. He knows it. The pressure is getting to him. He came in there like a sad puppy. I almost felt bad for him. I did feel bad for him. And then I look back and say, you know what? After listening to him talk, this guy is seriously a politician. He's a used car salesman at this moment. Basically, you brought your car back to the dealership. Hey, why is the transmission acting up? Well, the AC works pretty well and this, that. You sure you didn't break the transmission in the 2 days that you had the cars? That's what I'm getting from Manny Diaz. Bunch of excuses trying to cover up for the obvious. In that moment, all Manny Diaz had to do was just, okay, players aren't, adapting properly or whatever to what we're teaching them. Maybe we need to change the method, and maybe we need to change that quickly and get it done, because 66 missed tackles in 3 games. We are leading the nation. We are the worst in the nation in missed tackles. So you telling me these players are being developed? They can't tackle. We can't bring nobody down on the first initial contact, but I don't see them, not being developed. Come on, Manny. Seriously? Yeah. Totally not depressed. Maybe Miami should schedule it. Well, I could drink. I think Cristobal got a good thing going. But also remember, if you want him, you're going up against Nike money. Listen, if we get Alonzo Highsmith to come to Miami, Mario Cristobal is coming to Miami. Mark my words, he is coming. First question, to Manny, was he the bull? What? Yeah, I mean, we saw, if you saw the interview, then you know it was a bunch of bull crap from the beginning. Dumb Kings Harris, what's going on with you, boss? We can beat any ACC team in our post. Listen, it ain't about talent. It ain't about rankings and players and all that, because clearly we have a better team on paper than any team in the ACC except for Clemson. It ain't about talent no more. It's about coaching. It's about development. It's about schemes. These kids are not learning. They're not learning nothing. They're being babied. And this goes back to when Dan Enos was yelling at these kids because they weren't taking heed to what he was trying to teach them. And now everybody's mad at Dan Enos for yelling at them. When did Miami become one of those schools that we're so damn soft that we got kids crying about being yelled at? How many of y'all play football? How many coaches has yelled at y'all? Lenores, what's good with you? Nick 305, what's going on, my guy? At the end of the day, see ball, get ball. That's on the players and the coaches, right? Right. Listen. Will Mallory dropping balls, plain and simple, leaving points on the field. some of the stuff you can't blame Manny Diaz. Wide open pass right in Will Mallory's hand, and he dropped it. You can't blame that on coaching. That's a player that basically made a mistake. But at the end of the day, it's the coaches that's teaching them. When you see players hitting the wrong gaps, you got two players hitting the same gap. What are they not comprehending what you're teaching them? Are you not seeing that they're not comprehending in practice? They're not speaking up, or are you just at the end of the day just trying to get through the day, basically trying to get through it? Because that's what it seems like. It seems like if you look at some of the practice, now that you go back and look at some of our practices, there's no intensity. There's no speed. Nobody is hurrying up to try to get as many reps as possible. Everybody's taking their little time, and now it's starting to show on the field. What are we doing? When you go back and look at some of those tackling drills with that freaking donut that they roll across, half the time, none of the kids that dive at that freaking donut, they're not wrapping up. They're not going with two arms. They're going one hand, and the other hand is just flopping in the wind. So that's some of the problems right there, tackling. And, of course, now in the season, you can't fully teach these kids how to tackle now because you risk losing somebody to injury and deplete the depth. Oh, my God, man. 66 missed tackles in 3 games. We are leading the nation. The next team on the list is at like 29. We doubled what we are the worst team in the nation when it comes to tackling. How is that possible, Manny Diaz? We need answers. So don't go telling us that the players are being developed. Don't tell us that. We don't want to hear it. We can see for ourselves that they're not being developed. I don't even want to talk to you right now, vodka drinker. You just said something. Said Manny doesn't know how to develop anyone. I totally agree. Totally agree. He looks stressed even in the thumbnail. That's tough. I mean, the guy is on the hot seat. His seat is hot right now. It's flaming hot. He knows it. Every single beat writer that's been sucking up to him all this time is on him now. They're writing. Everybody's writing for his replacement. Every website that you go to that normally kiss up to Manny Diaz and all the Hurricane organization, they're on him. They're writing articles about who can replace him. They're writing about Mario Cristobal, Lou Fickle. They're writing about the defensive coordinator at Notre Dame. They're looking for his replacement. Even Hugh Freeze. We all know what Hugh Freeze been through, but even him being mentioned. Board of Trustees, anonymously speaking, former players are anonymously speaking. People in the program are anonymous. Listen, Manny Diaz is at the end of his ropes. One more embarrassing loss in this season, and he's gone. He's fired. He's going to be gone, plain and simple. They had enough. Our biggest issue is not even Manny Diaz. It's more up. It's more up. I'm talking about Julio Franks, the guy that is the president that don't give a crap about our football program, don't give a crap about sports in general at the University of Miami. Won't put $1 into the program to get the program where it needs to be. Then you got Blake James, who knows nothing about football. That's why Julio puts it in James' hands, and now James just give it to Manny. But when Alonzo Highsmith wanted to come in and help this program get back to dominance, Manny Diaz blocked it because he don't want to answer to nobody. He knows Blake James is not going to say nothing. He's just going to hand him the program and let Manny run it the way he wants to. So now, here we are. Had he let Highsmith in, Highsmith could have moved some strings around. Something. We could have got some better coaching. We could have got better money for the program to get these guys developed. We wouldn't be getting embarrassed every week. We are 2 points away from being 0-3 right now. And Manny Diaz seems like he don't see the problem. Like he don't have a problem with what's going on. I said in one of your live stream that Manny sets defensive and record every year. Yeah, the defense not getting no better. The defense not getting no better. When we all saw Manny Diaz in 2017, turnovers. Okay, sometimes his defense give up some big plays, but nonetheless, we was applying pressure, this, that, and the third. Blake Baker last year basically was the guy that got blamed for everything. I don't think I think Blake is sitting back right now. Baker is just laughing. I think he's sitting back right now laughing. You guys blamed everything on me. Obviously, it wasn't just him. I mean, in one of his press conferences, he did say that they worked together as a team to call the plays on the defense, this, that, and third. But Manny needed somebody, basically, for all this to fall on. Plain and simple. Players are playing soft. That's on coaches. Listen, if you going out there and you giving me 75, 80%, hey, there's a oak wood bench right here for you. Hopefully you don't get no splinters in your butt. There's young freshman guys that wants to play. They're talking about it. Leonard Taylor, he wants to play. Manny Diaz, if you don't play this kid, he's going to transfer. If you do not play Leonard Taylor, he's going to transfer. There's no reason why he shouldn't be on the field. Not with our defensive line that can't get no pressure on the quarterback. Listen, going into the game last week, we only had 2 sacks. Two. But you got Leonard Taylor, a 5-star guy that if you watch any of his high school tape, obviously whatever y'all teaching him at the university, if whatever he took from high school, he used it at the University of Miami, we'll probably see a different story with our team because obviously they're not getting developed. I don't care what you guys have done, fell in love with some of these coaches, and it's hard to talk about it, but at the end of the day, if they're not developing players, they're not showing result on the field, it is what it is. So maybe some of these kids need to revert back to what they were being taught in high school because obviously this coaching staff ain't getting it done. Say Mario staying in Oregon. You're a Florida State fan. What you know? Worry about Norvell going 0-12 this season. Brother Jay Blaze, what's going on with you? Oh man, Kilo, what's good with you, boss? What's good? What's good with you, Buckeyes fanatics? What's good with you? Listen, I can't keep up with the chat right now. It's a lot of messages. All right, so yeah. Alonzo Highsmith would have been here, it would have been a total different story. They tried to hire Ed Reed to cover up, to get the fans off him, to think that, Manny Diaz is going to have some kind of advice, some kind of help. Listen, Ed Reed said it straight up himself in that press conference. I will not be here half of the time. I'll show up when I show up, mentor when I mentor, and that's it. Now, one of my biggest issues with Manny Diaz and this whole organization, why is the former alumni, the players the greats, why are they not allowed on the sideline? You mean to tell me that our kids on this team can't learn from them? They can't see stuff going on in the game and say, hey, yo, this guy is biting left or biting right, look out for that. I saw that. Perfect example. When Ed Reed spoke to that referee on the sideline about somebody constantly holding, and then the referee paid attention and called it on them the next time around. We got alumni, we got great Miami Hurricane players that wants to be on the sideline, that wants to talk to these kids, wants to give them some advice. I'm talking about guys that's been to the highest level of football, NFL, Pro Bowlers, but we don't allow them on the sideline. A sad story that I heard last night. I was listening to the Lamar Thomas show, and they're saying basically Miami won't allow alumni players on the sideline, but opposite teams, the teams we're playing against, are allowing them to come to their sideline. Hey, come on, man. Come over here. We good. Y'all good. Come over here. You mean to tell me our former player, our former greats can't be on our sideline supporting our players, giving them advice, but we turn them down, and the opposite team that we're playing tell them to come over? Nobody sees that as an issue? Manny Diaz, what the hell is that? That shit pissed me off, bro. I listen to that, I'm like, wow, it's so much stuff going on that we don't even know until some of these guys start speaking out. Now I see why our program is in the state that it is. Now I see. Mario Cristobal. Let's talk about Mario Cristobal. Okay. So, like I said, if Alonzo Highsmith is in here, maybe not as the AD, but maybe kind of like an AD of the football program, then I guarantee you we will get Cristobal. Now, granted that the season is going on right now, Oregon is looking pretty good. They're number 3 in the country. They just beat Ohio State. So Mario got a lot of things going on over there. So this is not going to happen mid-season. If Manny Diaz get fired mid-season, they're going to have an intern coach to the end of the year, and then they'll have options at the end of the year to go through. I think that'll be the perfect time to approach Mario Cristobal. They're talking $7 million, but in January, it won't be that. It won't have to be that. You could offer Mario Cristobal $7 million a year, 5-year deal, $35 million, right? Get Manny out of here, buy his contract or whatever. Now, I was listening to Flo also. Flo said that maybe Mario don't even want the buyout money from Oregon. He could just walk away from that money. I'm not sure how that's going to work. That's going to be basically Mario Cristobal's negotiation or whatever. But it's not no guarantee that Mario Cristobal will be here if Alonzo Highsmith's not here. But if Alonzo Highsmith wants to come and they do allow him, Mario Cristobal will come. Now, scenarios. We got some scenarios. Board of Trustees, they're not happy with Manny, plain and simple. So the next embarrassing loss, Manny's out of here, plain and simple. They will fire him. It's in the air. They will fire him. They're already talking anonymously, but they're talking. Now, push comes to shove. The worst case scenario right now, and listen, it's tough to say, but if we win out the rest of the season, which I doubt, Manny Diaz ain't going nowhere. At the end of the season, if we win out the Coastal and go to the ACC championship or whatever, Manny Diaz is gonna be here another year. He will survive. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing right now, but right now I don't trust Manny Diaz. I don't trust him. A lot of the players are talking. A lot of the kids in that locker room, they're not happy. Especially the younger guys. They was promised playtime, they was promised competition, and yet week in and week out, you see the same people coming in. It's been getting a little bit better, I can't lie. But when you got younger guys that's more hungry and showing more effort, and you keep them on the sideline, that's going to leave a sour taste in their mouth. Now, honestly, kids talk to other kids. A lot of these kids are recruiting the other kids. Why would I tell another kid to come here when I was promised some playtime or I'm competing, but they're not putting me on? They're just playing the same old senior. Why would I tell another kid to come into the same situation? Mario Cristobal, like I said, is one of the greatest recruiters around. If we could get him in here, he's going to keep some of these kids, some of these 5-star, 4-star, blue-chip kids in the state of Florida, right here at Miami. Listen, Nick Saban is a great recruiter or whatever he got going on at Alabama right now, the dynasty, it's obvious. He's going to still get some kids out of here. But I do believe that Mario Cristobal will keep a lot of these kids in Miami. He can recruit his butt off, plain and simple. That's tough. Say we're ready. Tell him that they holding player. Yeah, we saw that. And that's what we need. That's why I'm saying when Manny's not allowing alumni players and guys with experience, guys that's been to the highest level, why are you not letting them come back? Why are you not letting them be on the sideline? Why are you not letting them talk to these kids? I really don't get that. I really don't. Now look at the game against Alabama. Alabama had 21 alumni players on their sideline. 21. How many did Miami have? I think I only saw Ed Reed, to be honest with you. Maybe there was more, but I think I only saw Ed Reed. Blake James and Manny Diaz is a cancer to this program. They don't care about this program. Manny Diaz is on the hot seat. He's still in press conference lying. Blake James, listen, if we are going to be a good football program, we need an AD that cares about this program. We need an AD that knows something about football. Blake James don't know nothing. All he knows is how to raise money for different programs at the university. But when it comes to football, he don't know nothing. So he put everything in Manny Diaz's hand. Alonzo Highsmith was here. He was ready to go. And Manny Diaz and Blake James turned it down. Here we are today. 3 years later, when you don't have somebody in your ear giving you good advice, you a first time around head coach. You have no experience as a head coach. Right now you winging it and you're doing terrible. But instead of having a guy that's been at the top, this is an NFL guy you're talking about. This is somebody that's, God. You say, hi, coach. Oh, come on, man. At this moment, I'll literally take any head coach with some experience over Manny Diaz. Now, I see a lot of feedbacks on Mario Cristobal. A lot of you guys, his record this and his record that. Listen, Cristobal is a Miami guy. Cristobal is from Miami. Cristobal played at the University of Miami. He knows the community. He knows what we are looking for. He knows the standard. He played at that standard. So let me move on from that. We'll talk about that when more stuff start coming out or whatever. But Julio Franks, that's the main problem. That's the head honcho. That's the main problem right there. He don't give a F about sports. Plain and simple. And he won't put no money into sports. He put the bare minimum into it. That's why we hiring coaches at $3 million. Manny Diaz's annual salary is $3.1 million. 3.1. Mario Cristobal right now is at Oregon at 4.5. All the best coaches in college football are at 4 or more. He won't put no money into the program. The University of Miami make at least 90 to 100 million a year off sports. So you mean to tell me the main thing that's bringing in the income, that's bringing in the revenue, you won't put no effort into making it better? At the end of the day, if they don't fire Manny Diaz, they don't try to replace him, pay somebody. give money to the program to get high quality coaches in here. As fans, we gonna have to be the one to get Julio Franks out of here. How do you do that? Okay, plain and simple. Stop buying merchandise. Stop showing up to games when those stands are empty, when no money is coming in because nobody's at the concession stand, nobody's buying tickets and stuff like that. You'll see how fast, once they start seeing the revenue that's up here start coming down here, that's when they're going to have a talk with Julio Frank. What's going on? Maybe we need to get you out of here. Maybe Blake James got to go. We need the football when the football program is at its highest, that's when Miami makes the most revenue. Why? Our fans are picky. If we're not winning games, they're not going to the games. They're not putting them butts in them seats. Plain and simple. Nobody wants to show up to a game where you're playing teams like Appalachian State and you're winning by 2 points. Nail biter. We were 2 points away from losing that game. I was in the section where there was App State fans, and they wouldn't shut up for the whole game. We couldn't do nothing to shut them up because every time we scored, they scored. They take the lead, and oh my God. But we're in toe-to-toe fight with teams that we are more talented than. It's undeniable. It's coaching. We got to put money into this program to get better coaching. Manny Diaz is a freaking politician, is a used car salesman. The first year of him being at Miami, when we lost to FIU, we lost to LA Tech, we lost to Duke, we lost to Georgia Tech, we lost to Virginia Tech, and all those teams. I said, this man had to go. And then I kept listening to what he had to say and watching the moves that he made in the offseason. I'm like, okay, he's trying to do this, he's trying to do that. I was like, you know what? Let me step back. It's only his first year, it's only his second year. Let's see what he's got to, let's see what he's going to do. Give him some time. Listen to some of y'all. But clearly from the first season, with the amount of talent that he had, ain't no reason in hell we should have been 6-7. Ain't no way. Now, look at listen, I don't know which side y'all on when it comes to N'Kosi Perry, but clearly bringing in DERIQ was not it. Clearly. What is Perry doing right now? Does anybody know what Perry doing right now? I think he's at FAU having a great time, lighting it up, giving the opportunity that he deserved at the University of Miami. But we got DERIQ. Listen, you know what? I've been ranting. I know a lot of y'all got a lot on your mind. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Y'all can come on in, give your thoughts and opinions. The floor is yours. Y'all can agree with me, disagree with me. Just, hey, tell me what's on your mind. But the link is in the chat. We hired Manny Diaz. First off, the Orange Bowl, we all know that should have been renovated. You mean to tell me you tore down one of Miami's biggest history, the biggest history in the program?
No.
What you, boss? Hopefully, Billy, no disrespect, bro, but it's all Miami Hurricanes tonight, boss.
I just want to say donut tackling, baby.
Man,
that's tough. Everybody in the chat, put your favorite donut up and tell me how you tackle your donuts.
You know what this donut remind me of?
That
freaking Super Soaker at Florida State.
Oh yeah, that donuts and soakers. Super soakers.
What's your thoughts, man? Mario Cristobal, Manny Diaz, Alonzo Highsmith, all of it. You name it.
I told Maiden Day the other night. I mean today at last night, and Yeah, Blake James got to go. The only way we gonna get back is if we get Highsmith and Mario Cristobal. I know it's a high reach, high pay, but I read an article that what's called something, and our medical program school gross over $1 billion a fucking year, and we can't pay to get a head coach. Shit is crazy, but hey, it is what it is. They don't give a fuck about the program, so y'all keep your heads up. I'll put a motivation song up for y'all, so y'all just keep on. Y'all think Manny needs some more time. That's just how you feel, but I'm telling you, we setting the program back more than 3 to 4 years right now at this point. I've been saying that since year one of Manny Diaz. We're gonna set the program back way further than 3 4 years. But the only coach I see making this right is Mario Cristobal. Ain't no other coach. I don't care what nobody say. We can get whoever, but as far as bringing that real tradition back, as far as having players on the sideline, watching them and getting on their ass and stuff like that, is Mario Cristobal. You gotta have Highsmith as the AD. I don't see no other way around it. If we don't get them two, then we're gonna end up going through another trend. We might end up going through another trend. It might work out, but it's a 50-50 on that. If we don't get Mario Cristobal and Highsmith, it's gonna be a 50-50 roll of dice.
All right. So you see on the screen right here, I got an article up, right? SB Nation, 2021 ACC ranking week 3. This is what they think after week 3. Number 1, Clemson. 2, Wake Forest. Boston College 3. Louisville 4. NC State, Syracuse, FSU. That's how they put it. That's in the Atlantic. Now, when you go over to the coastal, Virginia Tech, North Carolina, Virginia, Pitt, Duke, Georgia Tech, and Miami are dead last. This is the disrespect. But I don't even see it as disrespect anymore because that's what we're doing right now.
Mediocrity.
Terrible. After week 3, everybody in the Atlantic, in the coastal, whatever, in the ACC is looking better than us. The only team in the ACC that look worse than us is Florida State and maybe Duke. But this is the disrespect you get when you have head coaches that don't know what they're doing and that won't even admit that we got a problem. To Manny Diaz, we don't have a problem, and that's a problem. We getting blown out in our home stadium by 21 points to a team that's lesser than us in talent. Their talent versus our talent. We're ranked number 13 when it comes to recruiting on paper, whatever. They're ranked number 36. They're almost 3 times as worse than us when it comes to talent. But these guys come in our stadium and beat us by 21.
Well, I mean, it comes down like what they was talking about last night on Lamar Thomas show. That I think who that guy was that came on, Chad Wilson. He said that our guys don't look strong enough compared to other teams. It's not always about talent. It's all about the coaching and preparation. And what I mean by that is that you can have less talent, but if you got guys that's willing to give more effort to really lay their body on the line and with the passion, that can outbeat a talented team because you can have a 5-star player, but that's just because the ratings are 5-star. Just like Chad said, it's 5-star players that didn't even know they was 5-star players. They just got the ratings, and they was like, "Oh, okay." That he was talking about a lot of that stuff last night, and we got to we got to get some guys that want to be some dogs for real, and we got dogs on the team. But if they're not getting taught the proper technique and actually getting shown the right way, then after that, it doesn't matter how talented they are. Because look at Garvin Hall. I'm pretty sure he was a 4 or 5-star coming in or something, maybe. I don't know. And he got
Garvin Hall pissed me off, bro.
Well, I'm just saying, you got Pope Wiggins that was a 4 or 5-star. I mean, it ain't got nothing. Everybody say it ain't got nothing to do with dropping. You got nothing to do with coaches when it comes to them dropping the ball. Oh, if yes, it does. If you can sub them out and get a better play in, then do that so they can see. Look, if your ass ain't doing the job, you ain't gonna play or start or rotate in. But it's up to the coaches to do that shit. And they see this stuff at practice. That's the bad part about it. You can watch the practice films and you see that who's gonna drop what balls. Because I don't see Mallory drop plenty of balls in practice. So I haven't seen Pope Wiggins. They drop plenty of balls. You got Redding, Michael Redding showing the upperclassmen how to catch the damn balls. You can actually hear them say, "Y'all look how Redding doing it. Follow how Redding doing it, and learn from that because he's consistent on catching." You hear them say that. So it's a lot of stuff that they see in practice that they let go on. Like NMD TV said, if you teaching it, if you ain't teaching it, if somebody you ain't teaching it, you condoning the shit. Either you teaching it or you condoning it. And right now you can tell they really condoning that shit. That they let that shit go. And as long as players sit there and feel like they gonna lose their spot, they ain't gonna never feel that pressure. And let alone not having no alumni on the side of the field to get on their ass when they fuck up. That's another thing that hurt them, you know. So it's a lot of stuff that goes in with Manny not having all this stuff going on. So as long as Manny though, as long as Blake James though, they don't know what the hell he doing. Then after that, it's gonna continue on. The pattern will definitely continue on.
All right, so and yet you got a comment here from Swerve, and yet we keep praising our strength and conditioning coach. Listen, when I went to the Alabama versus Miami game, I looked at our players and I looked at Alabama players, and those freaking guys on the Alabama team look like freaking giants compared to our players. They look like they was twice the size of our players. Their O-line, D-line, you name it. They looked like they was freaking gods over our players. So I've seen some of the work that Feely's done, but maybe he need to step it up. These guys has got to get to the same level as most of the teams that are competing for championship. We look like little kids compared to them. You ever go to a Pop Warner game and you look at the other team like, dang, that guy. I know we playing 10-year-olds or whatever, but that kid look like he 15. That's how it feels. We 10-year-old and all the other teams that's competing for championship, they're 15 or more. I got Huffle Billy, and I got Totally Not Depressed in the back. Listen, this is all Miami tonight, bro. All Miami. Appreciate y'all for coming through and everything like that. But this is all Miami. Only Miami Hurricane fans coming on tonight.
And y'all, everybody see, and this is another thing, everybody see that if you go back, everybody gonna look back to the Michigan State game. The defense, and y'all probably gonna kill me for saying it, but the defense actually executed what they was taught, y'all. When you tackle the donuts, okay, you got to get one hand inside that damn thing, and then after the other arm is swinging. So they were executing how they were taught. And then when it comes to the reads, linebackers running to the same gap together or running the same gap as the defensive lineman, that's stuff that wasn't corrected by the coaches. They didn't point that out in film study. So I mean, if you don't pull out no pressure to these players, they're not gonna learn no better. Then after they're not gonna take no accountability because you're too busy making damn excuses. So it's a lot. It's so much stuff that goes into this stuff. It's more than just talking a good game like Manny Diaz and beating around the bush when it comes to questions. That's all Manny does.
Translation Kane, what's going on, boss?
I'm good, family.
Speaking mind, boss. Talk your shit.
Hey, Tad, where that ball-headed Florida State fan at? I just want to know.
Oh, he's nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found at my job. Nowhere to be found.
What's on your mind, Taz?
My mind is this. I'm talking about specifically as an offense-wise. What happened to Perry? I don't want to happen to our quarterbacks right now. We're going through like all different offense coordinators. That won't be good for the quarterback.
Yeah, you're right on that.
Well, you know, about the coordinators, right? You had Dan Enos, who now? Lastly. So Dan Enos ran a power, NFL Pro set pretty much, right? Now you got a pro set to a spread, RPO, shit, whatever, right? Now the difference between them two and getting the offensive lineman for those two different sets are really different. Yeah, so the coordinator definitely matters, but it also matters on player personnel. You know, if you switching up coordinators, you need to go ahead and scheme up a perfect set. And it's hard to scheme up a perfect set when you have a head coach that over the depth chart that's putting in players that's not meant for those schemes. So as long as they keep on putting the wrong player personnel in, then you're gonna have shit. It's gonna look like shit every time you have a different coordinator.
Facts.
Listen, At the end of the day, it's all about how much money you're gonna put into this program to get coaches that's gonna get the job done. That kids can respect, that can get kids to come here because they've been to the highest level. Why is Alabama where they are? They getting NFL coaches to come down there and be coordinators to possibly move up to a head coach position. Miami's not doing that. We're not willing to pay anybody. We're crumbling up change. We're finding that last dollar on the ground in the car. That's what we're doing.
Getting
Yeah.
that change to get that $1.50 bill. Yep.
Because I dispute about that all the time at my job. My coach be like, Taz, old jokes aside, Miami has some money. I say, how you figure like Taz? You know how much it costs to go to UM? I'm like, what, 50? Like, no, it's 60,000 and up. I'm like, whoa.
65.
Per student. I'm like, oh, hell no. Nah.
That's
Like,
how
I coming at your school. Your school don't have money to give, your school don't have no money to pay no coach. Come on, Taz. And this is coming from my FSU fan.
Bro, at the end of the day, Miami from sports alone make about $100 million a year.
Yep, definitely.
90 to 100 million a year. You mean to tell me you can't put no money into this program? This football is what brought Miami to the brand that it is now.
Facts.
And now that they're developed and now the brand is worldwide, they're trying to get away from it.
What up, Slim? Talk your shit, Slim. Talk your shit, Slim.
I find it a little funny. This school ain't never put money into a football program, but you expect them to start doing it now. They ain't never done it. Never.
I guarantee you, as fans, if we stop putting our seat in them chairs, if we stop buying merchandise, all that, I guarantee you it'll change.
I think they would literally try to probably cancel that program. That's just how I think it is.
Nothing. You know how much money that we bring in as fans to help them with their health programs and all the other stuff they got going on.
Well,
you know how much attention we bring to this university?
It's like what Chad Wilson said. They used the program back in the days to bring in more people. They gain notoriety and then gain the funds. And then once they gain the funds, then after the now it's like, fuck it, we getting ACC deals, so that's gonna help out pay for medical. And the medical don't got to the point now, they don't got so much motherfucking money. They like, who is the football team?
Let me ask you this. If our football team, sorry, they suck, they mediocre, they 6 wins a season kind of a team, how many of y'all are going to be out there buying these U shirts, going to be buying them turnover chains, going to be sitting your butts in them seats at them games? How many of us going to do that?
Nobody. Not in South Florida. You already know that. You already know you got to win here for people to go to the game. So if you ain't winning, ain't nobody showing up.
Facts.
And you know what's that gonna do? That's gonna bring down all that money that they're getting. Is gonna start lowering, and then they're gonna start. Okay, to make the money, we got to spend the money. Plain and simple. We in a different stage right now. Back in the days, we had no say so. Social media is a huge deal right now. You got fans that can recruit kids. You got fans that could basically dictate what happens with this football program.
Hey, but to why you
got platforms where fans can all communicate. Before it was just, hey, see you next Saturday. Whatever they wrote in the papers, we read it and that's it. It's different now. Canes fans can come together and as a collective group and say, if shit don't change, we're not coming to games, and you'll see what happens. Whatever changes we want to happen will happen.
Put it at the bottom. That made the day. Made the day. Talk your shit, made the day.
Hey, listen, I was gonna try to comment on something that CJ was saying. So the program, the school period, last year they made $2.7 billion in revenue. 155 million of that was from from the football or sports program. And 200 million came in donations, and everything else was either from tuition or from the hospitals. they clearly don't give three shits about any kind of sports down here, bro. When you're making when you're saying that's like about $2.4 billion in revenue, has not even a fraction has to do with that with athletics. You can see that's and they treat it like such. They don't care. They don't give a fuck.
Here's my thing. Everybody's taking that as some big surprise. That's been a well-known fact for 50 years at the University of Miami. They don't care about football.
That's true. That's definitely
They
true.
never cared.
Yeah,
but I think people. But what the thing is, Slim, a lot of people don't know how much money this university makes and how much the athletics brings in. So when University of Miami says we don't got no money. You know what I'm saying? When they say we don't got no money, you got fans over here like, oh, we don't got no money. We can't afford this. But they don't even realize how much money this school makes. They just don't care to spend that in athletics.
No, but I don't think anybody's ever heard the university say that they don't have any money. They've consistently said that we don't make money like Florida does, like Florida State does. Mm-hmm. And yes, they get more money because those are bigger universities, bigger student bodies. They get state funding that Miami don't get.
Right.
We don't get money like they do, but they've never come out and said that we don't have any money. It's been apparent, like I said, for 40 years, they just don't want to spend money.
Exactly. But that's the narrative, though. That's the narrative that ends up coming out where they're like, oh, well, we don't got no money. We can't do this. We can't do that.
Well, see what that is? That's a narrative created by the fan base, like half the crap C2I went on about tonight.
There you go.
Everybody's saying this player's ready to go. Put him in. None of us know that for a fact. That's a narrative the fan base started. This guy ain't no good, whether it's coach, player, AD, whoever. We don't know that. That's a narrative the fan base started. A lot of us.
Well, we know our AD is not good. We know our AD is slim. We know our AD is not good when our baseball program went into dog shit. When the head coach of our baseball program is one of the board of trustee members, family members. We already know. I mean, we was 44 years. We was 44 years going into the regionals for 44 consecutive years.
But why? Because we had the same baseball coach for 40 years. He retired.
But then who made the hire though?
It was
the board of trustee member hired his own family member, bro. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, it was the assistant.
That's the whole point I'm trying to make.
The guy that had been there for 20 years under him got promoted. So it's not like the guy didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, but again, the baseball program went into the trash can, and because he's a family with a high board of trustee member, his job is intact.
The fact that he's been there for over a decade, right under the head coach, makes never mind. It's like a safe hire to me.
Hey man, and that shows you. So what power does the AD have? What is Blake James doing?
Well, they're not going to fire a guy after 2 years. Nobody.
Coach Larinaga got caught up with the Adidas scandal, which hurt our recruiting now for like 3-4 years, and he's still a coach of the Hurricanes. He wasn't fired or nothing. Florida State surpassed us on the basketball level, and we had somebody that got into a scandal, and he's still
Florida
here.
Florida State's been surpassed us for a long time.
But we was catching up though before.
No, we weren't. Florida State's been
that Adidas scandal destroyed us.
Florida State's been in the NCAA tournament making waves for a while. We can't sniff that tournament, man. Come on.
But you missing the fact, bro. The fact is,
no, I'm not.
Yes, you are, because if you look at our recruiting before the scandal, if you look at the players who were bringing in,
the last time we looked impressive was 2012 in basketball.
Say it again.
The last time we looked impressive in basketball was 2012.
You mean 2017?
You talking about football now?
Again, a coach got caught into a scandal. He's still here. We lost all our recruiting. We're damaged goods. Kids don't want to come over here because of that scandal. So again, he's still here though. That coach is still here on the team. Same thing with PMR.
2017 was the year we had 8. Yeah, that was the year they made the sweep. Miami's had 5 good seasons ever in basketball. They're not a basketball school. They
Right.
never have.
Thank you.
That's not the point I'm trying to make, bro. The point I'm trying to make is the
Well,
athletic
I'm not
director
talking-
has done nothing.
I'm not
But-
talking about your point. I'm talking about what he brought up on basketball.
Oh,
They've never-
yeah. My point is the athletic director is not doing anything. He's sitting on his hands.
He's raising money for the school. That's what he does. He raises money.
That's exactly what an athletic director is supposed to do. You don't think he's supposed to make all these big moves, and he's not. That's his job, is to make money for the school.
Right. That's what he does. That's why they love him, because he makes money for the school. They don't care about sports.
You don't
They've
even
come
make
out
a
and
fraction
said
of
that.
money, man. They made $2.4 billion in medical and tuition.
That's what-
They made 155 in all of athletics. That money
Right.
is nothing, bro.
Right.
That's nothing. It's peanuts.
Right. It's peanuts that they
Too much
could use to
resources.
spend on other things other than sports.
Exactly, and that's the
Right.
whole point.
Yes.
That's what they care about.
Well, no, but the point is that you think that they're going to turn around and just suddenly spend it on sports. They're not. They never
No, they're
have.
not. I'm not saying they
Right.
will.
Let me explain to you. Here's one quick thing so we can hear this. Howard Schnellenberger. Why did he leave UM?
He went to go to the USFL
Why?
because he was going to get, I think, hard
He
ownership.
was going to get paid, right?
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
this has been going on since Howard Schnellenberger started all this.
Yeah.
So why does anybody think that now all of a sudden it's going to be different? It's not.
It's not.
It never has been. It never will be.
Butch Davis went to go get a contract extension, and they laughed in his face. So
And why did Butch Davis leave? Because of money.
Yeah.
Why
They
did
didn't wanna
Jimmy?
get- He went searching for that contract extension. They
Why
didn't want to.
Why did Jimmy Johnson leave? Money.
Administration.
Okay, so this has been going on forever. This is not something new.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was Burger. What up, Burger? Talk
What
your
up?
shit. Talk your shit, Burger.
I'm not. Look, listen, Rashid. I'm not trying to put nobody down. I'm not trying to start no waves. If y'all want to talk, we can conversate. I'm good with that. I ain't trying to put nobody down.
No, they don't put nobody down. The fact is that they don't give a fuck about sports. Period.
Hey,
They do.
hey,
Absolutely.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Good.
What's y'all favorite donut?
Yo,
Hey,
I like maple bacon.
Maple bacon.
hey,
Okay.
for real, listen to this. The only really experienced coach hired is Howard. That's it.
Well, he started it.
But I'm saying that's the only truly experienced coach that they have ever hired.
Well, he's the one that.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, Slim.
All anybody knew of Jimmy Johnson was getting his ass whooped at Oklahoma State before he came there. All anybody knew of Dennis Erickson was getting his ass whooped at Washington before he came there.
Yes.
Butch Davis had never been a head coach.
No, he didn't.
Slim, if I'd have told you that after Manny gets fired, our next coach was 29, 25, and 3, would you take that coach?
Damn. Hell no.
Okay, everybody says hell no. All right. Well, that's what Jimmy Johnson was when he got hired at UM right after winning the national title. So let that sink in.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question, Burger.
Go ahead.
How did those games go? That's my question.
What games?
The ones he got 25, 29 and stuff like that. How did the games go?
I'll put it
He was
like,
at Oak State.
I'll
That's
put it
how they
like-
went.
He was at what university?
He was at Oklahoma State.
Okay.
He left right before Barry Sanders got there. He had Thurman Thomas.
Hang on. Jimmy
Oh, okay.
Johnson lost 9 games at Miami. 5 of them were his very first year with a team that just won a national title.
Right. His first year at UM, he went 8-5 after
And
winning a
that's
national title.
That's exactly why I say the fan base needs to learn to chill a little bit, because you put Jimmy Johnson there today, y'all run him clean out of town.
Yep.
So give Manny an extension, then, bro. Fuck.
Nope. Nope.
Dang.
Well, I mean, it's a different. Okay, I put it like this. It's a different time.
Give Manny 5 more years, man. Give him 10, bro.
It's-
Fuck it. Let's stay with the same staff and the same everything,
Get
same
the
AD.
contract he has.
I think it's just a difference
I
in
tell you what's
coaches,
about to
man.
happen. There's gonna be a lot of kids that's gonna transfer from this team, and a lot of y'all gonna be sour. because the players
No.
that's going to transfer is the ones that everybody clamors over. Because it's a new day and age in NCAA in college football.
Yes,
Here's the
that I
problem.
agree with.
Here's the only problem with that statement, though. Everybody said the same thing in 2018, and none of them transferred out.
Yeah, but now they all get immediate eligibility. They can
Yeah.
transfer straight up and they can play immediately.
Any conference, it's different now, Slim.
Any conference,
It's a
correct.
different world.
Yeah, before
A
it's
whole
like
different ball game.
let me transfer somewhere and sit out a whole year.
Right.
I might as well just stay here.
Exactly.
Now you can just
It ain't
go
like
and
that
go.
no more.
Go and start right away.
Did y'all
Eligibility.
did y'all see the tackling new tackling drill they got now at practice?
Oh, man.
Hey,
Here we
listen,
go.
listen. I just want to talk to y'all about it because it's something serious.
Go ahead.
Because we have a single sled man tackling drill now.
Name
When you
Rudolph
see-
the Red-Nosed Reindeer? No, I'm
Right. So you know they tackling. They're not tackling. They just learning how to wrap the fuck up and drive back. Now,
Yo.
what I got an issue with is I know they can't do too much. They limited on the tackling. But the thing is that when you wrap up, and this is what you're gonna see, you're gonna see players wrap up, and then they're gonna take a player down, like when they wrap up with them and then let go. That's what you might gonna see this Saturday, and that's not gonna be a good thing either. Because when you tackle a donut, which they was executing the hell out of that tackling donut shit in the
Because
game.
don't hit back.
Right, exactly. And then you got a body frame. You got a human body frame that's not no damn donut. So
Right.
they was executing the tackling.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just waiting the tackling that we need. You know, you gotta be a full on wrap around, take it to the ground. And see, this is what's gonna hurt us this Saturday, is that they're not taking shit to the ground. All they know is to wrap up and dry their feet.
No. You want to hear another thing that's going to hurt us on Saturday? Is that we're going to end up crushing Central Connecticut State, and everybody in this chat's going to be like, all right, man, we back. All right, look, Leonard Taylor got on the field. You see what Leonard did? Oh, man, see, I told you Leonard should be playing.
Hell no.
Oh, man, you know that that's what's going to happen.
Well, yeah, that's because our fan base is cool.
Hold on. Let me ask y'all the most controversial question right now.
What?
Who starts, Garcia or Tyler Van Dyke?
Tyler, for now. Tyler.
Garcia.
I'm saying I would like to say Jake, but it's still seniority based. So.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's Tyler.
Yeah, it's gonna be Tyler because it's Manny, but you know I want Garcia. Oh, Young Jedi in the bed to talk your shit, Young Jedi.
Man, I don't have nothing to say. I'm just disappointed, man. I'm hurt.
I'm fairly certain that Tyler will probably play the first half and Jake will probably play the second half.
Yeah, well they'll rotate him. I don't know how it's going to go, but they are going to rotate him. I'm sure.
That's only for this game too, man.
Yeah, definitely. Only for the game.
Only for this game, because Manny already came out and said about he got to trust in his seniors going into ACC play.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't believe in nothing that man says no more.
That press
I believe it when he talks about
conference.
I believe
That
man.
press conference did it for me, bro.
Every time that
did it for me.
Every time that dude opens his mouth, a big old lump of cocky poo poo pops out. It's just
Hey, did y'all
nasty.
see what her name is? Cena Anderson from ESPN. She said that every time she asked him a question, he responds with a question.
Yep.
He always does that. Apples and oranges.
Because that's what analytics teach them.
Facts. That's facts.
I got a serious question for everybody. And literally, everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat. Name me a coach in America you get a straight answer out of at a press conference.
You don't.
Nick Saban.
Dan Mullen, Dabo Sweeney.
Mike Krzyzewski.
You don't get a straight answer out of none of them.
You don't.
Not
Thank you, Slim.
one.
Thank you, Slim. Thank you.
Dan Mullen, Dabo Sweeney, because they don't have no
But
filters.
Slim, they at least own up to stuff when they playing like how Manny be coaching his team. Like if they coaching like Manny and they lose a game bad, they own up to what they got to do. Manny just acts
don't own up
oblivious
to it.
and
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
When they asked Manny about the missed tackling stat, he
Okay,
said that Pro Football Focus was a lie.
I'm glad you said that. Now, I already know the answer to this question, mind you. Name a single post-game press conference this year, or even last year, where Manny didn't say, it's on us, the coaches, we got to do better.
Yeah, that never happened.
That happened in every press conference.
Well, I mean, he didn't mean it, but
Yeah, especially
I'm
when they
sorry.
especially when they
I didn't know we had psychics here in the chat that knew what those people. Right there.
Hey.
Y'all assume what Manny means by what he says something. Because you're
well,
psychics, I guess.
We'll see him play next
Slim.
week, though. Like, if he say he want to get better, he'll come out and have
I'm
his
starting to
team
think
better
you on
next
Manny
week.
Diaz payroll, man.
Yeah, for real.
You're defending him way too hard right now.
Hey, I support the coach I have, no matter who he is. I did the same thing for Golden, did the same thing for Rick, did the same thing for Shannon.
Good old company man, bro. I see you, man. Ain't nothing wrong with the company, man. I see you,
I'm the
bro.
same way. I support everybody too, but there comes a point where you got to walk away.
At the end of the day, the coach we have, and I gotta hope that he does better.
Look at his face. Look at his face. His face is telling you that he's lying already.
Hey.
Oh, Lord. His face is telling you he's lying already, man.
Before you play that, before you play that, when they came to him with a stat from PFF about missed tackling, he said that PFF is a lie.
Wow.
Well, there must be psychics.
Hey, Coach. Wanted to ask you about just coming into the season. Y'all returned a lot of experience and older players. And I understand it's only been 3 games here this season, but it seems like a lot of these returning players haven't taken the next step or even performed at the same level as last season. Are you concerned at all with the player development going on in relation to the older players right now? Understanding it's only been 3 games this year, though.
Like player development in what way? I think I'm sensing your angle, but say more about that.
Just
like in
seems
the player development way.
Taking the next step in terms of improvement from what we saw of them last year.
Right. So did they? And I'm with that point, but if you're asking in terms of player development, did they take the step last year? I mean, you know what I mean? Like was there?
My God, bro.
I guess there was.
Turn him off, man. I'm about to go on my phone.
Well, I'm mainly talking about it's general, so I get that. But the older players, I mean, the receivers are dropping passes. The running backs don't seem to be picking up as good of yards as last year.
We've had, if you really think about our drops and where they've come from, versus where they were a year ago, the number is actually down. The problem with our drops is they've been catastrophic times. And they have been older guys that have been dependable in the past. I think that's more of a confidence issue. I think that's correctable, and I think you'll see that bear out over the course of the season. In terms of the backs, obviously we've struggled to find the right combination up front. And I think we're improving on that, and I think that will start to settle as the year goes on. Disappointing that we didn't have that from the beginning, but we get into games and you see a different side of guys sometimes in the game. So, the player development is ongoing. Just having out there behind the scenes today. We believe in our guys.
Hey man, enough from the youth salesman, bro. You can stop it, bro.
First thing first, inside of you. The video is coming from inside of you. Any copyright issues, please email me. Thank you.
And we trusted that the other guys would come along behind it too.
Is it disappointing in a way that you kind of have to go to a youth movement here in year 3 that the older guys aren't getting it done, and now you got to find solutions with the younger guys?
I look at it the opposite way, David. I mean, to me, when we came into this program, we talked about one of the major things we had to fix with our recruiting, our roster in terms of talent acquisition. So again, we still think we got older guys that can do it for us, but the future of this program is in these last couple of classes and the class that we've got on the hook right now. So I don't know why that.
You booked
Just stop. Turn it off.
Yeah, you can turn it off.
God.
Yeah,
and Slim called me a psychic. Ha!
Yeah, you good, TVD, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
Send
you
his
can
ass
tell.
back to 441, man. Send his ass back to 441, bro.
You can tell that man literally tried to have his mind together before that conference, because they didn't do a conference the other day practice. You can tell he's sitting there in his mind. Well, we're gonna and you got to stutter. We know you ain't shit. Just go ahead and keep moving. You know,
That's what he did.
are you playing snare drum, sir? Like, are we talking? Which one is it?
Yo, I want to answer. Hold up, real quick. I want to answer Slim's question from before. Slim asked, what coach like is the most honest or whatever it is. I got one guy that he's a kooky son of a bitch, but I gotta say it, Mike Leach.
I said that, Mike Leach.
Oh, did you? Okay, I didn't hear that.
I said
That
Mike
dude, yo, he ain't afraid to say nothing, dude. That dude's crazy.
Dan Mullen is the same way too. That was the same way too.
Mike Leach is more like a Dan Mullen press conference, though. He just comes out looking like a clown at the end.
He does, but he'll say what he has to say. I mean, you know.
And that's the thing too. When people tell the truth, they're clowns. But when they give these political answers, oh, that's just a coach being a coach.
Hey, shout out to
because everything's made for TV.
No, that ain't what I'm talking about. Dan Mullen being a clown is Dan Mullen saying that they lost to Texas A&M.
Hey.
People in the building.
What?
Got to shout out her for Billy Paul for the $4.99 donation. Come on, Miami, let's win.
Oh, there you go.
He's trolling.
And no, my point is, I've never once defended something Manny said in the press conference. But you said, literally, verbatim, you said he doesn't take accountability. In every single post-game press conference, he said, me and the rest of the coaches have to do better. So, I mean, I can't take it.
Listen, you can tell me all day. You can tell me all day. You can tell me all day how wrong you was and how bad you was, and you take accountability for what happened tonight. But when we see the same shit the next game, I don't want to hear that shit again this time around.
Okay, but I'm making his argument exactly verbatim what he said. You can't say the man didn't own up to it and then say, well, yeah, he did say it. Didn't
How
mean
many
it
times you gonna own up to the same shit before you change it?
Because I don't believe the stuff coming out of his mouth. I don't.
Nah.
You know, if you're a little kid and you come in, if I come in the room and I say, hey, did you eat the chocolate cake? And you got chocolate cake all over your face. And you say, nah, I didn't eat no chocolate cake. And then the next day I come in the room and I say, did you eat the chocolate cake again? And you got more chocolate cake on your face. And you say, nah, I didn't eat the chocolate cake. I'm not going to believe that you didn't eat the chocolate cake.
Or if you say you had you ate the chocolate cake and you say you did, I'm going to do better than after you still eat the damn chocolate cake.
Right.
Plain and simple. Plain and simple. You won't have to answer the same questions if you do something about it the first time.
It goes against it. You can't nobody finish. The point is, you can have a problem with his method of doing it, but you can't say that he don't give a shit and he's not trying because you don't know that.
I never said that. I never once said that he didn't give a shit. I just said I don't believe a word that comes out of his mouth.
No, but that came out of T2I's mouth.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's gonna come out my mouth. It's gonna come out my mouth.
If I come to Manny Diaz and say, okay, we can't tackle in game 1, I shouldn't have to come to him game 9 and say we can't tackle. And I've been saying it game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. What are you doing about it?
Like I said,
at this moment, if I come to you at game 9 and ask you why we can't tackle, I'm gonna need an explanation. And Manny never has an explanation. He goes around the question.
Like I said, you can have a problem with his method of teaching and saying it's getting through that way. But that don't mean the man don't give a shit. You're attributing.
He might not give a shit. He might not give a. He might give a shit. But at the end of the day, he's not giving results.
I'm gonna say
about results.
I'm gonna say it like this: if he gave a shit, we will stop doing them damn tackling donut shits before now. I put it like that. If he really gave a shit, we would stop being tackling damn donuts. What did Manny promise when he first got here 6 years ago? I'm going to install a defense that is violent, that is aggressive, that is this, that is that, that is it. And right now, like T2I said earlier, we are leading the country in mixed tackles by a large margin.
A large margin.
Man,
we are 66 missed tackles. The next team on the list behind us is at 29.
The defense right now is ranked 100th in the country in total defense.
And they're
that is
ranked
embarrassing.
in tackling efficiency.
And when you ask Manny Diaz why we digressing, he said, "Oh, I don't think we're digressing." Which angle are you coming from with this question?
Let me ask y'all a question. When since the Notre Dame game, when everybody thought that was our Super Bowl, right? Did any of you actually think that since that game that this defense right now will be worse than when Mark D'Onofrio left?
Absolutely not.
Right? Well, guess what? It is.
You know what's crazy? There's no scapegoat this time around. There's no Blake.
I mean, that's a foul argument, though, because 2 years ago it was top 5 in the nation.
I don't care what numbers say. I'm going by the eye test. I know what I see. We play crap-ass football.
Listen,
Listen, on paper,
hiring of defensive coaches.
On paper, it sounds great. It sounds great on paper. Miami's got all these turnovers. Miami's got all these stats on defense. Take out the cupcake games and look at the real numbers.
Yep. Cupcake games don't excuse 58-0 by Clemson, getting smoked by Clemson the past 3 times. What, they got beat by an average score of 38-3 every time we play Clemson? I don't want to hear about a number 5 defense. We suck.
58-0 was under Al Golden.
I understand that, but I'm saying since then we've lost every time we played by a huge margin. Basically, anybody that's good that we play, we lose by a huge margin. I mean, our last 5 games were what? 1-4. We got smoked by North Carolina. We got smoked by Alabama. Oklahoma State went up 21-0 before the game even started. We just got smoked by Michigan State. App State almost beat us.
How comfortable are you guys going into 2022 with Manny Diaz when we got to play Texas A&M the first game?
I'll be at the pool.
The third game.
And then Clemson the third game.
Manny will not have a job by the time that Clemson game hits.
God dog. Dang.
I don't think he had that job after
Manny
Virginia.
won't have a job this season if we get another embarrassing loss.
We are going to have another embarrassing
I
loss.
don't believe he has. I don't believe he has that job after Virginia. I believe
Yeah, I don't
he's
either.
fired by Virginia.
Yeah, because it's a bye week after that one.
If he makes it out of this 4-game stretch coming up alive, I'd be surprised. I'm not saying he won't, but I'd be surprised.
My question is this the new Miami we hold a coach down for every 3 years and let him go?
Yes.
Because you keep making the wrong hire, bro. That's why.
Yep, exactly.
Well, all right, let me look at it like this. Since Howard Schnellenberger, what's the longest tenured coach we ever had?
5 years.
Butch Davis, 6 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
Golden was saying what, 5?
So we've always let coaches go 3, 4, 5, 6 years. This isn't a new thing. This is the way it's always been.
Well, no. Butch
I mean,
Davis
if you
was 5
gotta-
years, 95 to 2000.
Butch Davis was 6 seasons. 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000. That's 6 seasons.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the longest tenured coach we've had since Howard. So it's not like we've had coaches that have had 12, 13-year seasons here. We've never had that.
At the end of the day, if he ain't working out, say goodbye.
And right now, realistically,
And it ain't
Manny.
like we
Go ahead.
firing him because we just losing. We fire him because we see things like they can't tackle and stuff. You feel me? If I would see the team being good and we improving and stuff, and we still losing games, I wouldn't really be on many head as I am right now. But
Exactly.
It's like, you got this talent. Why you not teaching these kids how to tackle right? Why we can't catch balls? Why we can't do this and that? Like, we pointing out things that's in coaching. It ain't like, I don't know, man. He's just a horrible coach. Like, he can't implement
He just
nothing
don't got
into
it, bro.
his game
And
plan.
simple thing, it's like Clay Helton in USC. Clay Helton was a great guy. I read the whole story. Great dude. He loved the players. He the staff loved him. Great guy, but it didn't produce no results, and he had to go, and they fired his ass.
Well, what's happening with Manny right now is he's getting to that point where the inevitable is coming and people are afraid to pull the trigger, and it's just going to get worse from this point forward. And it's going to be one of them things where he's the hometown guy that's going to become the enemy. And that's you never like to see that happen to people, but unfortunately, the longer he's here, the more hated he's going to become.
Well, he's not really the hometown guy either. I found that out.
You know what I mean? Is that
his daddy the hometown guy.
Yeah, I
Here you go
understand.
again, TJ.
What? I'm speaking what my Hall of Famer Warren Sapp told me.
Lord.
Warren Sapp told me. Hey, Warren Sapp told me. He said on the podcast, this man don't even know how to speak his own ethnicity, sir.
That's embarrassing.
TJ pineapples.
That
But at the same time, you know something else that's a guarantee is that you change coaching staffs, you're guaranteed to have a worse record next year.
Well, I'd rather get started now to get it moving than wait till next year and have it be even worse.
But Slim, but Skip. One thing about it.
That's messed up.
Mel Tucker came in at Michigan State after a year and a half, on the second year, and they doing pretty damn good.
With 20 freshmen and 27 transfers this year.
I'm just saying, like,
let's say it, 20 freshmen and 27 transfers. 47 players.
DJ, number one, CJ, I ain't never called you out your name. Don't call me out of mine. Number two, Mel Tucker very well may be a better coach than me. I don't know. I don't know that much about Mel Tucker.
Yeah, he came from Alabama, bro.
Mel Tucker,
he was UGA DC for 2 years on the game.
And then he was on the part of the staff for the when he won the national championship.
I mean, what does that have to do with anything? At the end of the, I mean, you bring in Nick Saban, he's going to do better than everybody. So,
all right, well,
some guys are going to do better than others.
How about this one?
You're talking about a 6-year guy on this team versus a dude that just came over there in a COVID year, and then in his second year, he has 20 freshmen and 27 transfers, and he beat Manny Diaz.
You're comparing apples to oranges. You're comparing apples to oranges.
Man, I'm calling a spade, bro.
No, not because you're talking Mel Tucker, who's been a head coach, and you're talking Manny Diaz, never been a head coach.
He's been a head coach at Colorado for 1 year. 1 year.
That was
1 year in Colorado. That was it, bro. 1 year.
That was his first head coaching job.
Okay, what was his first head coaching job then?
He was at a group of 5 team and then went back to being a coordinator when he got fired from there.
Let me pull this up.
Google me.
Google. At the end of the day, I will take Mel Tucker over Manny Diaz.
He was previously the head coach at Colorado, and he was the interim head coach for Jacksonville in the National Football League in 2011.
Oh, interim don't count.
Yeah, that means he was the pseudo head coach, not really the head coach, but
that's temporary. Yeah, that don't count.
No, yeah, well, the check counts. I'll tell you that.
That's about it.
That's it. COVID year without his players, and a COVID year without his players last year. Then this year he said, you know what? Let me switch it up. 20 freshmen and 27 transfers. And he went and beat a Manny Diaz that's been on his staff for 6 years and embarrassed us.
Hold on. All right. So Slim, let me ask you.
Come on, man.
Bro, that ain't a valid argument.
That's not a valid. Yeah, you're right. It ain't a valid argument, man. You're right. You're right, Skip. You're right, Skip.
Let me ask him this. Slim, why should we keep Manny Diaz?
Why shouldn't we?
The fuck? Slim.
Come on, man. What you got in that cup, son?
Why should we keep him? Give us all the reasons.
Hey, y'all, let him know that boy backpedaling, bro.
Give us all the reasons.
Come on, company man. Company man, bro. Sometimes you gotta stand beside the players.
I ain't heard one person come up with a valid football argument.
Because he sucks.
Our players can't block. Our players can't tackle.
The head coach you champion lost to FIU, lost to Duke, lost to La Tech. That's the guy you're standing beside by.
700-yard rushing.
700. You got all the rushing yards against UNC. Come on, man.
Touchdown in North Carolina.
Hang on. Do you want me to bring up every bad loss on every good coach's resume? I can do it.
Go ahead. Go ahead, do it.
Every single game that Manny Diaz has been in, he's lost.
Yo, can I break up a stat real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, at this point in both their careers, Al Golden was 16-11, Manny's 15-12.
Facts.
Yep.
Facts.
And I'll go to be the number 12 UF team as well.
Yep.
With Stephen Morris lighting their ass up.
So basically what you're saying is in less time, he can have just as good a record as Golden. Because Golden was a head coach before he came here. Manny wasn't.
Wow.
Slim, 6 years.
I don't even know where to go with that one.
6 years.
Wow.
Belong to Manny Diaz. Do you see
donuts?
Hey. Al Golden never lost to FIU.
Al
Al
Golden
Golden,
didn't lose.
they never lost no FIU, no La
Hold on,
Tech.
hold on. I'm glad you brought that up because remember Miami also lost to Georgia Tech this year, who had a brand new head coach, completely changed their
First-year head
system.
coach.
A first-year head coach completely changed their system, went from that triple
Completely.
wishbone, whatever the hell they did, to a real football team, brought in all new players, and whooped Miami's ass.
Yes,
With
sir.
walk-ons. With walk-ons. Walk-ons.
Now I'm glad you brought up FIU because Nick Saban sure looked bad losing to Louisiana Monroe.
Yeah, but Nick Saban got 7 national titles.
Hang on, Nick Saban also looked bad, struggling to be. Actually, no, he didn't even struggle. He lost to teams like Illinois and Indiana.
Right, and he was crying into his hands with them big-ass rings on, going, I'm so terrible.
Okay, Slim, I just want to ask you about them donuts. Ask me about them
You know
donuts.
the difference between Nick Saban and Manny Diaz? It's called accountability.
Hang on.
Nick Saban don't make excuses. He take it like a man. Manny
Nick
Diaz.
Saban didn't have any rings back then. Nick Saban didn't have any rings back then.
I understand that, Slim, and we talked about this already, but look where it's been.
My
Look where
question
it's gone.
for Slim is, why do you think Manny Diaz is going to be our Nick Saban?
I just want to know what about them donuts.
Once again, you're not making a valid comparison. You're trying to compare a guy that's been a coach for 30 years and is established.
Oh my God.
Why do you think Manny Diaz is going to be our Nick Saban?
Hold up, T2Y, hold up. Let me get into real quick. Slim. Your point is that Nick Saban has been fired from many a job before he became the success he became, right?
He's been fired from every job.
Yes. Okay. Guess what? This is one of those jobs where Manny's going to get fired before he becomes the success that he's whatever he's going to be.
Damn, that's a good comment. Good rebuttal.
Right.
I don't know if Manny's ever going to be a success. But unless
And that's why he's getting fired within the next few weeks.
he's not going to get fired. I ain't
Okay.
Hey, Slim, I just want to ask you about the donuts.
Listen.
I just want to ask you about the donuts.
Hey, Bernie, I guess Slim can predict the future too, bro. He's a psychic as well.
This
They
is where
said,
you guys.
Leo all over again.
I
This
picked
is
up
where you guys are getting with Slim. This is exactly where you're getting with Slim.
Yeah,
From that one spot.
That's messed up.
Hey, Slim, I just want to ask you, when have you seen somebody use donuts?
Hang on. You're absolutely
He
right.
can't answer that question, bro, because nobody uses donuts, bro.
I'm going to answer that in just a minute.
That's a laughing stock, bro.
You're absolutely right, T2Y, because I have my own mind and own opinion.
And I appreciate it.
I appreciate it too.
I'm
I
not
just
even
want to know about
kidding. I'm happy that Slim's willing to play devil's advocate right now because we need this.
I 100% disagree.
Hey, man, there's company
At
man
the end of the
everywhere,
day,
man.
it's
There's
still your
always a company
opinion.
man around, bro. It's all good.
Because here's the thing. Don't forget, I've said from the very beginning, I don't know if Manning's the guy. Only time to tell.
Yeah, well, if he does got it, I hope he gets it somewhere else.
The most returning players in college football. And what does that mean?
Question,
What does it
fellas.
mean?
I got a question about the suspension. Do you think it hurt us this year? As in Rooster, Avante?
Yeah, it hurt us, but it doesn't take away from the team being bad.
Avante hurt the most in the locker room because those players are talking.
Okay, my question now: if they wasn't suspended, you think our record still be 1-2?
Yes.
Yeah, because the quarterback is 5'8", 5'9", and he's not a quarterback. That's why.
I think no, because our team sucks.
Also, your quarterback cannot make pre-snap adjustments at all.
Because we got the most experience.
He doesn't call out the blitzes. He don't call out defenses. He doesn't do none of the things. And he goes through two reads.
It also doesn't help when you have one wide receiver that can catch the ball.
We got the most
we don't know
experienced
that, bro.
offensive line in the history of college football, right? Didn't we? Wasn't that the big thing? We got the most experienced offensive line in the history of college
football.
football.
We got the most depth.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
How'd that work out?
We had the second most experienced line in the country this year.
Yeah.
Bad.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
that's one of the reasons why I can't see how you're defending Manny Diaz. We had 91% comeback starters, experience.
Bro.
That doesn't make sense.
This man has been here 6 years. We have absolutely no linebackers. We got to convert safeties to be linebackers because the man can't recruit a linebacker to save his life. We have no depth at defensive end. We have a defensive line that cannot penetrate for the life of them. This is
Bernie,
all on Manning.
How about them starting? How about them starting 53 over Chance? And Chance is our best edge rusher.
I'm trying so hard to avoid bringing up Zach McCloud's name. You have no idea. I can't even talk about him no more.
Over Chance, and Chance is our best edge rusher.
I know. And now I hear that Mark Pope is moving into the defensive back room, which means he's going to be starting next week as well, right?
Nah.
I don't think
I won't be surprised.
Bro, you know that Zach McCloud switched. He sat out a year, right? Remember, he sat out a year, then he came back and he sucked the whole year, decides, okay, now I'm going to switch to DE, and they start him immediately in the bowl game, and he started every game since.
I can't believe it. I still can't believe it.
So, yeah, Mark Pope will be starting
Zach
defensive back next week for Central Connecticut. If this, look, I'm not saying he's playing bad, and I'm not knocking what you're saying, but if this is what we're looking at as playing good with a team that's 1-4 in their last 5 games, then, you know, I don't even know where to go with that.
It's just somebody is playing better than him.
Exactly.
And the person that's playing better than him is
not starting. Right.
That's the problem.
Better than him.
Chance
Williams.
Every game. Every time he been on there.
Every time he been on the field, the boy goes animal. Animal, for real. I'm not even lying. And Leonard Taylor standing on the sideline with his fingers in his hands, just like, you know, I don't get it.
Taylor played Nesta position though, so
good. So get Nesta off the field.
It doesn't matter, bro. That defense, they rotate 8 defensive players, bro. He should be able to get in there.
Well,
yep.
I'm gonna say this about Taylor, and I've said this before. I don't think anybody's ready to start on either line freshman year, and pretty much every coach in the history of coaching would agree with that. Most guys aren't built enough yet, coming right out of high school, to start on either line.
There's no reason why he can't get a couple of snaps here and there.
As terrible as it is, put the kid out there and see what he got.
Give him some snaps. Simple.
I mean, that's really easy to say, but if you take a guy out there and break his confidence, it can be really hard to get it back.
What do you think his confidence is like right now?
Exactly. You rather the kid be on the bench and ready to transfer out of here than just put him out there and see what he got.
Did you see the video where they're all jumping up and down on the sideline when we score something and he's just standing there like it, you know, like
he's
like
just
ready to, like he's looking at text or something?
So we're back to being psychic. No
here we go. It's Cleo.
It ain't no psychic.
We don't have to be psychic. They put the kid in the game and see what he got. That's all he's asking. Put me in. If I go out there and stink it up, okay, you was right. If I go out there and I'm blowing up everything, now you're gonna feel stupid for not putting me in from the get-go. Give this is a chance.
Hey Slim, I got a question for you, Slim. When Leonard Taylor got on campus and we went into fall camp, all the reports was coming out that Leonard Taylor was dish ragging all the offensive linemen that he was going against. That was all the reports coming out that he was dish ragging them. So how all of a sudden he was performing in fall camp, but he can't even get 1 snap in 3 games?
And what kind of message are you sending to the recruits that we got now?
Look at Rashad Smith.
I'm trying to answer like 6 questions at once. Can I answer one of them?
Go ahead.
Got my hand up. That really makes me want to answer with a question. What reports are coming out of camp that he's ragdolling anybody? Because
that was all.
They did. They came out early in the season.
All the beat writers are right.
It was all the beat writers, man.
And
all the beat writers
that's actually there. These are actually people
that's watching the practices. Hey, watching the scrimmage.
Hey, y'all, hold on.
Hang on.
Let's
what I'm saying. All that's open to reporters and beat writers are drills. That's why all we ever see is them running drills. They're not seeing him ragdoll anybody. So there's a lie for you right there.
Yeah, bro.
If you want to know what Leonard Taylor is like in practice and in all them drills and all that, talk to Streeter because he's there.
Yep. I was going to say
Streeter gets kicked out with the rest of the reporters too. They're only allowed to see certain parts of practice. That's why we only see.
No, that just started happening now, Slim. That just started happening now.
Oh my God.
No. That just started happening now where Manny Diaz is over here kicking people out for 15 minutes and only allowing 10 minutes of coverage. That's because Manny's in his feelings. Before that, they was getting a lot of coverage.
No, they weren't. That's been happening everywhere forever.
Nah, bro, that is a lie, bro. I'm sorry.
I was born
That's
at night.
incorrect,
But it was
dog.
last night.
That's incorrect, dog. That's incorrect, man. I'm sorry to tell you, bro.
So, Slim, do you think
sorry
we
to tell
should
you.
fire Manny? Like, what is your plans for
No.
the future? Like, what?
Slim wants Manny to get an extension.
Ever since the media turned on him, the day before yesterday, he only allowed 10 minutes of coverage, and then yesterday he only allowed 15 minutes of coverage. Before they was out there for at least 30 minutes.
They're getting the same coverage they got with Mark Riggs, with Al Golden.
No, they're not, bro. What are you talking about? The beat writers are reporting that they had to sit on the outside. That Manny Diaz is only allowing them for like 10 minutes the other day and 15 minutes yesterday. So from Monday to Tuesday, he only had 10 and 15 minutes.
I know Chris said inside of you that he couldn't go inside the fence of practice. He had to stand outside for 10 minutes.
Yeah. And he gets access to everything. That dude's in on everything. Every time I see a video, he's inside talking to somebody.
Yeah. For them,
They only allowed Kane Sport in there. Kane Sport was the only one allowed to go inside.
Yeah,
Look at videos from every other school. That's all the beat writers get. That happens everywhere forever.
Nah, bro. That just happened since Manny got called out big time by the media.
No, it had.
He's in his feelings right now.
All week they've been talking about firemen.
He's in his
They've
feelings right
been writing articles about who his replacement should be. Do you think he want them
So
around?
who do y'all
He's
think?
under fire right now.
You know what?
let's
That
just listen.
that brings up a valid question. Who's you gonna replace him?
All right,
A
so
living
this is my
body.
plans. This is my plan. I say, since I feel like LSU finna fire their head coach, we get their head coach and just put good guys around him because he takes accountability in his players and he yell at his players.
Yeah, but Edo's got history down here that they don't want him back.
Yeah, they're not gonna let Edo back in here, man.
No.
Edo got into a couple of bar fights that ended real ugly, and they were like, "Nah, we're good."
He like choosing coffee beans.
Outside of that, outside of 2 years at LSU, how many winning seasons has he had as a head coach?
One.
Not many.
The answer to that is none.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
one.
for real. That's for real.
LSU had one now.
No, he had a good season with LSU. Nobody's knocking that, but that's one season
But I
out of
mean,
how
look who
many?
he's playing every
No,
year though.
he had two at LSU because he also had a good season the year before.
Look, I'm not saying that Ed can't do good here. I just think there's no chance in hell of him coming back because you still have some old school boosters that have been around for a while that don't want no part of him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this:
Okay,
as long
so
as
who are we
Blake
gonna
James
get?
is
We're
here,
not getting.
as long as Blake
We're
James is
not
here, bro, we're gonna make a
getting,
dumb hire. I'm sorry.
We're gonna end up getting like what we always get. We're gonna get somebody young who might have a little bit of experience and whatnot, who's affordable, and that's how it's gonna go because that's the way it's always been, and that's the new norm here. I mean, it's just the
So
way
why
it
is
is.
everybody saying Mario Cristobal?
He ain't coming.
But like we said earlier, that's not even the new norm. That's the way it's always been there.
Right. Yes. Exactly. Correct. Matt, listen, to get Mario Cristobal, it would cost this school in upwards of $50 million up front before he even steps foot on campus, and they're not paying that. It would be too much money. He's going to command, what, over $7+ million a year to come here. Plus, we got to buy out his contract. Plus, we got to buy out Manny's contract.
Plus,
They're not doing that.
James.
Then you got to give then you got to give him a budget for assistants. Keep in mind, he's going to want to bring his dudes in, and he's going to want them to get paid too. You're talking a lot of freaking money, and the U's not going to put that out for football.
Don't forget we put it out for Temple too for paying his contract out too.
What's that?
We bought out Temple for him too. Don't forget to put that in there.
Yeah, but that money's already been paid. That was $4 million. We already paid that. But yes, I understand what you're saying. That was a waste of money.
Yeah, that's
And
still
here's the only problem I see with Cristobal too. His record as a head coach isn't much better than Ed Orgeron.
But he's had more consistent success as of late. And
Over Ohio State is not consistent.
You're talking about a guy in Cristobal who's now coming into his own, into his prime as a coach. He's hitting that age where he's now maturing very well. Not saying that he's going to be the greatest coach ever, but the opportunity to be great is a lot better than the window Ed Ogeron has.
You say that's not a big deal.
A lot better than what Manny has.
You say that's not a big win over Ohio State. What the hell Manny did?
No, I'm saying a big win over Ohio State. Don't forget, that man made it to the Rose Bowl and then turned around and won 3 games the next year.
But he made it to the Rose Bowl. What bowl we been to and won?
An important one, close to it.
He didn't win that Rose Bowl. He lost it.
Because last I know, since Manny been here, we're 1-5 in bowls. Well, yeah, no, sorry, we're 1-4 in bowls.
Hey, who's that other coach? The one that turned around Penn State that I hear people talking about.
Franklin.
James Franklin.
He's probably going to USC.
He's most likely to go. It's either going to be Mario or Franklin at USC.
I think Franklin.
Mario already said he's not going to USC.
I don't want no damn Pennsylvania. Fuck that.
Well,
I'm honest with you. I don't see why Franklin would want to go to USC.
Well, if he doesn't, he's going to end up being the highest paid coach in football because they're going to pay out the ass to keep him there.
Yeah.
Yep. Regardless,
I mean, he's going to get big dollars.
I don't even think.
I'm just saying it looks like Franklin's got a good thing going at Penn State. If I was him, I would.
Yeah, no, he's completely turned it from where Penn State should be to where they are now. They got to, man, that program should kiss the ground they're walking on.
He got one of the best recruiters in the country on the side too, Juwan Sider. So he got one of the best recruiters in all the country.
Penn State should be on the freaking death penalty right now.
And he looks like the Lion.
You also have to look at the fact that Ohio State looks like they're on a downslide with Ryan Day, and Harbaugh at Michigan is just going to do Harbaugh.
You could say that about Ohio State, except that they were in the national title game last year.
Yeah, but
Ohio State got a young team this year too. Y'all got to remember.
Everybody knew that was invalid, though.
And whether it was valid or invalid, they were there. He got them to the big dance. I mean, that's still an accomplishment.
I've also said this. I was talking to Ohio State, and I said, before we go and label Ryan Day a head coach, he was handed a playoff-ready team, and then he was handed Justin Fields on a silver platter.
Right.
Let's see what he's on his own.
Yep.
We're not talking about.
That don't mean he can't end up being great at Ohio State.
I don't think.
Yeah, but we didn't even talk about him.
We got. All right, if we're gonna talk about this, we got to go back to the Jimmy Johnson argument. Jimmy Johnson was handed a national championship winning team and went 8-5 his first year.
That's right.
He did.
So and let's also keep him.
Ain't no good.
Yeah, but he subsequently won.
Listen. Jimmy also lost.
Cowboys that won Super Bowls over there.
Well, I mean, I understand. Listen, Jimmy lost his first 3 bowl games at Miami. Remember that?
Yeah.
For the first 3 years, he lost. He got beat up, and then he finally came back and won one and saved his career here. And then he said, "All right, I'm out," and took the money.
Hey, but you talking about bowl games though? You see 3 bowl games.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're absolutely correct. I'm just saying though that he lost 3 straight.
Yeah, but these are bowl games. They're different conversation.
Yep. I'm not disagreeing.
Actually, that's right in the conversation because that counts for big games. And he got absolutely obliterated by Tennessee.
Yeah.
Got caught in the hail flutie in that Boston College bowl game, and then Toretto went out there and laid a fucking egg against Penn State.
I don't think Boston College was a bowl game. If I'm correct, that was during the season. If I'm right, he lost to Maryland, he lost to Tennessee, and he lost to Penn State, and then he finally came and beat Oklahoma in '87.
Jimmy was a better coach when he took the Miami job than Manny was. Okay,
yes.
In that conversation.
Yes.
Exactly.
There's no
yes.
For some reason, I was thinking that Boston College game was a game.
I get you, but a lot of people make that mistake because of how big a game it turned out to be.
Yeah.
I just want to know when we start comparing these damn coaches, man, because it happened to a Manny Diaz. That's how I feel.
Manny, dude, look, I wrote a poem about Manny Diaz. Roses are red, violets are blue. Manny sucks as a HCDC. End of story.
Facts.
That's my poem.
Hey, but Slim, earlier you was talking crap about Manny taking accountability earlier. I'm like, yo, what kind of crack you smoking? Like, he didn't start taking accountability till after he lost them games, and he started and the fire got him.
No, he's literally said in every post-game press conference after a loss, this, and this went wrong, and it's on. Whether
I would love for you to pull those up because I've never heard before this whole pressure started hitting him.
You know what, man? Like,
in none of his press conferences was he talking about, oh, we got to do better, or oh, I got to fix this. No, he never said that. You can't pull it up. You're not gonna find it.
Yeah,
He don't say that.
There was no
you know
pressure.
what Manny like to do?
I mean,
before the questions start coming in, he started to push the narrative of the whole interview already. Well, this,
Exactly.
Now we open up for questions.
Exactly.
He's already
and that's what the reporter from ESPN was saying. And that's what the reporter from ESPN was saying. He said he does not give you a straight answer.
But Slim, I watch every press conference. I'm talking about for the past couple of years. I've been watching all the press conferences.
And the heat wasn't on him after Alabama. He said it there, whether you like it or not. He said it. You have to at least be honest in the conversation.
I'm being honest. He wasn't taking accountability until the past. I'd say the past like 3 press conferences.
You may not like it, but he did.
Okay, pull me up a press conference. Pull me up a press conference from a loss last year. Find a press conference from last year, a loss, where he took accountability.
There was no heat on him after Alabama. And he said exactly.
Oh my God, you talking about? Okay, man.
Make an argument. You at least have to be honest about it.
I am being honest. I'm saying
he's until
recently, which is
after what game, Slim? Give the timestamp. And what question was asked? Let's get accountability.
He literally said, we as coaches have to do better in the post-game press conference this year and all of my losses last year.
Yeah, but that's just coach speak.
Wait. After Alabama, he said that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go rewatch that.
I could have sworn he said after Alabama, he goes, oh, this team just blew the other team out by 30. It's Alabama. What do you expect?
I thought he started off by saying how Alabama beat us in third down efficiency.
And
Didn't he say that at the beginning of the press conference?
The number 2 team by 30 points in the national championship game. Did he not?
I thought didn't he say at the beginning of the press conference that Alabama was more efficient on third downs and such or something like that?
Yep.
Slim, if you are right, I'm gonna go watch it. But if you are right, he couldn't have done more than just mumble it under his breath, because I sure as hell don't remember it.
That man said, he said, this is Alabama. They just won the national title game by 30 points. They do this to everyone.
They do this to everybody.
They do this to everybody. That's accountability.
They ain't do the Florida
Gators. Is that accountability though? I'm asking y'all.
We just fall in the category of everybody.
That ain't no damn accountability.
We're just another victim.
All I know, I've been watching his press conferences all last year and all before, and I never heard him take any accountability after them losses until recently, like these last few games.
That depends. I mean, like I said, what I said that he said was that for the coaches, we have to do better. He's literally said that after every loss.
He might have said it after Alabama, but
stop saying it and do it.
I'm saying he might have said it.
That's what we've been on for the past 2-3 years. Stop saying it and do it.
You may have a problem with his method going by. Obviously, the method ain't working. That once again, you said TQI, he don't give a shit. And my argument to that was, he said it's on us. We have to fix it. Now his method may not work.
But Slim, clearly he's not an accountability type of coach. Like you don't when you think of accountability and you don't think of him. Like when you think of all the press conferences from before, you're coming up with this one thing from Alabama. Look, it's not a trend. That's not how he normally speaks. He doesn't normally take accountability after losses. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
My question for you, Slim, if you saying that his methods don't work, why the hell do you want to keep him?
I literally said he says that same statement after almost every loss.
What did he say?
Literally
Huh?
what I said.
Why do we
What?
want to keep Manny Diaz if his methods ain't working?
Wait, what did Slim say? Hey, what
Manny
did you say, Slim?
Diaz methods ain't working. Why we want to keep him, Slim?
Because it's only year 3. That's why. I told
It's
you.
year 6.
My standard is 5 years minimum.
All right. Well, he's on year 6 right now, and I don't care that he's only been head coach for 3 years.
Slim,
He's on year 6.
Slim. Within those 5 years, do you have any standards within that?
If you're going to make the argument that he's on year 6, then you have to acknowledge that he had the number 1 defense in the country and the number 1 defense.
Mark Rick had
No.
And has that defense not gone downhill since?
He never had the number 1 defense. That was all a mirage. I don't care. Like I said, I saw the eye test. I don't care about what the stats say.
Okay, so Slim, let me ask you something. When you watch this team, Slim, when you watch this team, and when you listen to Manny, you don't spot any kind of culture issues within the program. You don't see nothing. Everything looks fine to you.
Like I said, I regardless of what you think stats, it's number 1 defense in the country, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
All right, well, hold on. I don't. Whatever you say about stats right now, we're the 100th ranked defense in the country. So what does that tell me?
Forget that. I just asked you a question, Slim. Answer my question, please.
And 50 other people ask you questions. So
Okay.
My only question is: you go from 1 to 129 in the country. You don't see that as a problem?
Okay.
Nobody saw that as a problem. Of course, it's a problem.
So why we want to keep a guy that year after year he's just going downhill?
So you got to understand that.
What are we waiting for next season for us to lose to an FCS school like Florida State?
He's been figured out. We're probably going to lose to Florida State this year.
Like my argument is not even about wins and losses. I'm just trying to find out from Slim. I'm gonna ask him again. My thing is when you look at this team, Slim, and when you listen to the coaches, when you listen to Manny and you watch the performance of this team, do you see a healthy culture within this team?
No, I see a bunch of players not here. Can't help that.
So the players don't care.
There you go. So there you go. You're acknowledging there's a problem within the culture at Miami.
Nobody said there wasn't.
All right. At least we're getting somewhere now. Okay.
Everybody, listen.
Say there wasn't.
I'm gonna tell you
And,
how
and I also got on this same show last time and said something Manny can't control is if a player like Will Mallory is phoning in. He said his ass was fine.
Well, Manny has control. He has ultimate control. He's a head coach. So if he's the type of coach with a mentality where he doesn't put up with shit, as soon as you start underperforming or doing boneheaded shit, your ass is gonna be on the sideline and someone else gonna be playing while you think about it. He doesn't have that mentality.
I just want to say that number 1 defense you talking about, Slim, all the position coaches and stuff like that was hired by Mark Rick, not Manny Diaz. I just want to go ahead and point that out to you.
Bro, the biggest difference. Look, did you guys hear Nick Saban after that last game they played before Florida? That cupcake team they beat?
Yeah. Same way when Brett Lashley come in and brought his own staff, Mark Richt came to it. That's how it tends to work with it.
I want to know what year did we have the number 1 defense in the nation?
No, we haven't had that.
But he said we had the number 1 defense.
We might have had it briefly. No, I think we had it briefly.
I think we were top 5, top 10.
Hold on.
I think we had it briefly. We might have had it like
was the number 1 defense. We
I
led
know, so
the country in tackle for losses. We were number 1.
Yeah, we was like the 11th ranked defense, and we
tackle for losses and turnovers.
okay, so we were never the number 1 defense in the nation.
Never. We never won.
Okay. Well, guess what? We are right now the 100th. We are right now at this very moment the 100th ranked defense in the nation. So, you know.
Hey, but Slim. Did you hear the Nick Saban's press conference after they beat up that cupcake team before Florida?
I haven't heard it.
Did you hear him how he was chewing his team out after they blew out that little cupcake? All right. You see, that's what I'm
Again,
talking about.
I haven't heard some of them. I mean,
But
you're
I'm just
talking-
saying, like, if you go, I want you to go back and listen to Nick Saban's press conference after they beat that team like 40 something to like 10 or some bullshit like that. I want you to go back and listen. And
I bet you there's not one player on this team Manny can chew out.
but I'm just saying.
Are you talking about the one where Nick Saban come out and said each of these players has to put on their helmet and make a choice whether they're going to do what we coach them to do or not?
The one where he was chewing them out, that he was saying that they weren't performing, they were underperforming, and they better get their shit together before Florida and blah 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 blah. And that was after they blew out a team.
Manny ain't got the kahunas to do that.
We're talking about the same exact press conference. And I agree with Steve Line. I've said that before.
That's a mentality.
Manny's mentality, and I've said this on here before, Manny's mentality changed when he was DC to when he became head coach.
So why should we keep Manny Diaz then?
I feel like Slim.
His mentality changed when he became head coach. He's defeated. Right now, Manny is defeated. Manny, every big game we go into, Manny do not have the answer. He can't stop the run for nothing, and he can't tell you how he's going to do against any team with a decent running back.
Nope.
I feel like Slim just scared to lose Manny, and if we lose him and then he become a great coach out of nowhere, and then it's going to be back on Miami again, and we should have kept Manny. I feel like that's what Slim is scared about.
No.
I think Slim had a nightmare about Dan Enos leaving Miami and doing great at Maryland. I think he had that
number 13 in the country.
Once again, I keep the same mentality with me regardless. That's just my standard for what it takes to turn a bad team around.
You know what the biggest point that you missing, bro? Like the biggest point? This is the University of Miami. This is the University of Miami. This is not a job. This is not a job where you come in and you go through your growing pains and 7-8 years later you become a great coach. This is not that job.
That's not what I'm talking about. You're completely
No, I hear you, but this is not that job. Point blank.
No, you're not. You're completely missing my point, and I can prove it to you. And,
all right.
and I know for a fact Berger can back this up.
What?
It took a good coach and Howard Schnellenberger 5 years to turn a terrible around into a winning one.
Yeah, but he's slow progression though. He's slow.
Manny ain't a good coach to be waiting on those, Slim.
But the difference between the difference between what Howard did and what Manny's doing now is that Howard found a loophole that nobody thought of looking at, and he exploited it to its utmost by hitting the inner cities of Miami. Nobody else had done that at that point. Now because it's the difference. Listen. The difference is being an innovative coach that knows how to look ahead, as opposed to being a guy that's stuck in the right here, right now, because your analytical book says so.
Yeah.
When
That's the
Howard
difference.
Schnellenberger came, Miami wasn't Miami. Miami wasn't the Miami of today. So this you're comparing, like Slim would say, apples and oranges. Miami wasn't shit.
Right.
Okay.
You know what innovation Manny Diaz has brought us? The damn turnover chain.
Here's my question. What's the difference between Miami now and Miami pre-Howard?
Okay, the difference is that now Miami actually has a legacy now that's been built. Back then, Miami didn't have a legacy.
Okay, and take your legacy and $2 and you get a couple of McDoubles. That's about it.
You know what they say, Slim? Miami got a taste of winning, and they just kept on going.
You guys understand?
What are we doing now?
I ain't gonna lie. If they start selling them damn give them tickets away at Burger King, I'm gonna bring my head down to West Palm Beach, Miami.
Hell yeah, buy me a cheeseburger for a ticket.
Shit.
Listen, you understand that Howard Schnellenberger had a coaching pedigree behind him before he got to Miami that was freaking legit as hell. The dude wasn't he an assistant at Alabama under Bear Bryant? He coached under Don Shula when he won the back-to-back Super Bowls. This is not just some dude that came up from nothing. This was a legit freaking dude that understood how to play and win football. Yes, it took him a little longer because of the way the times were, but the innovation was there. He did something that created something that was able to carry on for over 20 freaking. Every coach that followed Howard Schnellenberger rode his coattails all the way to a national title.
You're making my point for me. I exactly said that Howard Schnellenberger was a great coach. So if it's going to take a great coach 5 years to turn a bad program around, and you're trying to get rid of a guy that's never been a head coach in less than 3
But Slim,
No, Slim, you didn't say that. You didn't say that, Slim.
Well,
Slim, we wasn't bad. We had the talent.
Because everybody keeps cutting me off.
No, Slim, you initially had asked me what is the difference between what Manny's doing and what Howard did back then, and I explained it in detail what the difference was.
No, well, then you missed the point of what I was asking.
No, you just didn't remember what you asked me.
No, I didn't. No, I remembered exactly what I asked you.
No, Slim, come on, buddy.
My point that both of them are
Slim,
having around a bad program.
Slim, you're tripping over your own feet right now.
No, I'm not. You're turning words around and thinking you look
Slim, Slim, look,
You're not arguing my point.
I'm not arguing with you at all, dude. We're having a conversation.
I just want to show wouldn't be nothing without Slim Boy.
I just want to tell y'all go get y'all favorite donuts this Saturday. Y'all just get y'all favorite donuts. Go Chris Cream, Dunkin' Donuts. Get y'all favorite donuts for this weekend. That's all y'all saying.
Argument, debate.
You hear that? You hear that, Slim? You hear this? Yeah. No, listen.
No, I don't. I hear something
Washington State or some select Division 2 team. Kick the living shit out of them. Get their confidence up.
They start every game against Appalachian State, kick the shit out of them, get their confidence up. App State almost kicked the shit out of us, got their confidence up.
And now they're getting smoked by. Aren't they getting smoked by Marshall right now?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Hey, did we talk about? Did we preview this Connecticut game already or not?
Yeah, Connecticut's going to win by 20. No, I'm kidding.
No. I'm
kidding.
I see like Miami win like 37-10.
What do you think?
Yeah,
going to be in the lineup?
good.
What do y'all think about the lineup? What do you think is going? Who we going to see?
I have no idea at this point. Tyler Van Dyke.
I want to see Jake Garcia.
Yeah, it'll be in the second quarter.
I don't think we'll see Jake Garcia because I just feel like Red Lashley and King know if fans see what Jake Garcia could do on the college football
field. King is not a factor this week. Jedi King is not a factor this week. He's out.
He gone?
He's out.
He's injured.
He's not playing. King's actually might gonna have some more downtime because I believe they're saying that he has a separated shoulder.
Yep.
Be out for a while.
Hey, Bergie, let me put it like
for real?
Yeah.
What you talking about for real, Jedi?
Jedi was walking, bro.
Jedi sounds like you want to say hallelujah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's messed up.
The initial results that came back from the first time he went to the doctor, it wasn't good. Now he's seeking a second opinion. So,
plain and simple, we're gonna get to see Tyler Van Dyke or Jake Garcia.
They're both gonna play. They're both gonna play.
Garcia.
Both of them are gonna play. You're gonna see both of them. It's not gonna be a question. They'll both be in the game playing.
Slim, Slim was gonna say something.
Yeah, he was gonna say something to me. Go ahead, Slim.
No, what I was saying, I wasn't talking about the best of it. I was just talking about the program. How you took it over is very similar to the state of the program now.
I don't agree. I mean, I don't agree because the program back in the day was a completely different program. It was more of a laid back, beach kind of thing where, football wasn't. It just there wasn't the.
I don't mean it to be exactly the same, but I'm talking about as far as performance of the team is very similar.
I don't know. I think it's different.
He ain't had the talent to be good. Like he got the talent right now to be a top 10 team. He's just a bad coach.
He does what? I mean, that's debatable because he doesn't have top
Nope,
talent.
he's not debatable. He's a bad coach.
Well, no, I'm talking about as far as talent on the roster. We don't have top 10 talent as far as roster.
And I think they should put Garcia in the first half.
Thank you, Pope, for stating that. It don't take 5 years if you have the right guy.
Fact.
Well, I will say this. I know that we almost saw 2 weeks in a row our big 5-star catch, James Williams, get completely run by and smoked by somebody because it happened on the kickoff return against App State, and then the dude that the guy that Gervin Hall decided to do that double reverse psychology fake out thing on. If James Williams didn't put a horse collar on that dude, he would have ran right by James like he was standing still.
And I keep telling people, man,
Yeah,
hey,
he's growing pains.
DTY made the point earlier. I mean, I think the 13th ranked roster in the country. So I mean, to say that they should be top 10 is a bit of
I'm saying with the right coaching, like if you get a decent coach who know what he's doing, who set discipline with them kids, them are talented kids. You give App State them players and
listen, Manny showed us who he was against North Carolina, bro.
I got a question. If we think you have such a talented roster and you can win now and be competitive with the right coach, why did everybody?
I'm not saying we could be. I'm not saying national championship. I'm saying top 10. Like,
mark my words. Remember a couple weeks ago before the App State game when I said that if Manny Diaz don't get it together, Mac Brown is gonna have his number again. Everybody was like, I bet the narrative done changed now.
Of course it did.
Now I'm not saying that they should keep titles yet. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying
I was the only one that says Manny do not know how to stop a running back, and clearly we saw that this week just passed. Anybody with a decent running back, and I said it. I'm still saying it. If Manny's still here when we play North Carolina, Matt Brown is gonna have his number. He's gonna embarrass him again.
Yep.
Matt Brown is gonna be Miami's savior. Watch.
Yep. I agree. I do. I agree. I don't think we're going to beat Carolina, and I think because Sam Howell's starting to step into his own, they're gonna tear us apart, man.
Starting to come out now.
He's going to be licking his chops at that defense.
Let me get into Slim's alternate universe now. What if we win real good this next game with the freshmen and all the young players, and then we keep that momentum going, and then we beat Virginia, and then we go on a run. You think we could beat Carolina? What do you think is going to happen?
Carolina's going to be up against next after Virginia.
Okay, and we beat Carolina.
Well, I don't know if he's
we go on a run. We're going to keep Manny, Slim. We're going to keep him.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's obviously, yeah, of course, but I don't know. I don't see it.
Next season come around when Texas A&M slap us, we're going to be back to 5 Manny again.
Texas A&M, we got to get to a bowl game first.
What about the question I asked? Nobody gets the answer.
What?
I said everybody in the panel said it so far. If you have the right coach, you can be at least competitive nationally. Why did everybody want Manny? Because I wasn't on that train.
I didn't on the train either. Manny was forced onto us.
That's not.
What do you mean? They didn't look for nobody. They just say, "Hey, we got Manny." 18
they said
days
we were going to go on a national hire search. We were going to go interview people that wanted the job.
The reason people was getting hyped about Manny, because I remember that, it was because they saw because of the Notre Dame game, and they saw how the defense, just like you talk about the defensive stats, he was all animated on the sideline. He was doing the rah-rah, everybody. People saw that and was like, oh, shit, he would be a great head coach. And then once he got
Clemson.
And then once he got the position, he turned into some, I don't know what the hell, shell. He just turned 360.
Despite what people think, I mean, don't forget, 2018, we had the number one pass in the country, and everybody was talking crap about it.
Whoa, 2018, we had what?
Number one pass defense in the
Okay, 2018, we finished 7-6. Our head coach quit. Jess Simpson left. Manny Diaz left. Jeff Thomas quit. I don't want to hear about 7-6 and number one and all that crap. We had number one nothing. Our team sucked at the end of 2018.
Listen, we 7-6. I don't want to hear nothing about number one this or that.
Exactly. That team sucked.
Then why did y'all want Manny as the coach?
What do you mean? Why are you saying we? Who said?
Nobody.
When did I say I wanted him?
Here, bro.
Because in the same exact chat, D2Y, you were going live back then. I got killed for saying I didn't want Manny as coach.
I didn't want Manny either, bro.
But why are you saying we? Like I never said that.
Listen, nobody had a say so in us getting Manny Diaz. They pushed him right to us.
It's not just directed at the 6, 7 plus. It's directed at the whole chat. Too.
Oh yeah. This is the same fan base that thought Jaron Williams was going to be the God savior. So I mean,
man, don't even take me back there, man. Golly, I was pissed.
Come on,
I was like, why the hell is this guy starting over, man? Anyway,
I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was going to be good.
Base,
I was wrong.
Everybody was talking.
If you watch his high school film, if you went and watched his high school film, you would have felt like that, Bergie.
Man, I saw his high school.
I'm just saying. I'm being honest. I did, and I was wrong.
And we talking about a Jaron Williams that's a third string at USF right now.
Third string at USF with a full string.
When I watched them both, I was clearly seeing that Perry was a better passer, and they still was putting man.
Well, unfortunately, it was Dan Enos that they had to impress, and Dan picked Jaron, and he was wrong.
Listen, if you go back and watch any of the shows, everybody picked the Perry. Everybody from watching all the films and everything, everybody picked the Perry. When they named Jaron, everybody was shocked.
Except the fan base. The fan base wanted Nicosi out here a long time ago, bro.
Yep, they did.
All it is because Perry's a gunslinger. He likes to throw the ball a lot, man. Yeah, he's gonna throw interceptions sometimes, but he's a gunslinger. Manny don't like that shit. He want to control.
But hold on. But Taz, now you hero a guy that can't throw the ball.
But see, when you say Chris, you're gonna throw more.
Yeah, but not a hero. Not a hero with a 5'8" running back, the 5'9" running back. They love him to death.
That's why I told him.
Because he don't like to. He don't like to take.
We got running back number 1, Cam Harris, and then we got running back number 2, DERIQ King.
Because Cam can lift weights.
T2I King is the number 1 running back now because now he surpassed him in attempts. He's number 1.
Yep.
In rushing attempts.
Don't you notice since Brad Kaya, they've always tried to find a conservative quarterback that don't turn the ball over.
I mean, you really can't knock Brad Kaya when he holds every university passing record.
I didn't knock him. I said
that's the direction they're gonna take now with Tyler Van Dyke. They want the guy that's gonna throw it for 5-10 yards. They don't want Garcia, who's looking down the field looking for the best opportunities to put points on the board.
Yeah, but T2I, that don't make any sense. You're not going to break every school record or set every school record throwing 5-10 yards. That's just not going to happen.
Well,
I'm talking about DERIQ King. That's all he do is throw 5 and 10 yard passes.
I mean, he only has 1 or 2 reads, bro, and he runs. So I mean,
we were
because
talking
he
about
can't
Brad
see over the line.
Oh, he's talking about Brad Kaya. Oh, Brad Kaya wish he had a line, man. If he had some more protection,
I thought that's what T2I was talking about because we were talking about Brad Kaya.
Oh no,
I ain't talking about Brad Kaya. I'm not looking.
I only brought up.
I'm not looking back. I'm looking forward.
I only brought up Kaya just to say that was the last real passing quarterback we had starting.
Yes,
ever since then, it's been these conservative, don't throw the ball too much.
And that's why I want Garcia because he could throw every pass out there.
Exactly.
T2I.
And he's accurate.
Hey, I gotta run in here and put this baby to bed. Yeah, y'all, it was fun for real.
Oh shit, don't go.
All right, bro.
All right, later on, Slim.
All right, bro. Be easy, bro.
The money.
Energy just left the building.
Must be the money.
Somebody got to be willing to play devil's advocate, and he did it. So more power to him.
Hey, there's a company man at every job, bro.
Hey, y'all, they saying Deion Sanders, he actually wants the job at USC. So let y'all know
He's Deion's gonna end up at Florida State.
Hey, USC got 2 coaches on their mind: Mario Cristobal and James Franklin. They willing to open up the whole entire fucking cash cow for both of them. So that's
we'll see. Fighting. Yo, somebody wrote something in the. Somebody wrote something in the chat. They said that the problem was Bama's OC, which would be Dan Enos when he was here. And I'm sorry, I disagree. I don't think Dan Enos was the problem. And the fact that Rhett Lashley's having the problems he's having is proof of that. Because right now, Dan Enos got the number 13th offensive, the 13th total offense in the country in Maryland.
Yep.
Must be the
So
man.
And I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear Mike Loxley's calling the plays. No, he's not. He gave
no,
that
he
up. He
gave
said
it.
it
No,
was
he
too.
gave it. Yeah, he
Gave
gave
it
it to
up. He said it
Enos.
was too much for him to do as a head coach and be an OC
You know
and
what
a play
Enos
caller.
is doing right now? Enos is smoking on a Manny pack.
Oh, he's smoking on that Manny pack. That shit loud too.
Hey, but y'all gotta remember, like
Thank-
the coordinators, all their game planning and all their play calling gotta fit under the head coach's what you call it, like his philosophy.
Of course
So
it
the
does.
head coach got the same
Exactly what I was
philosophy.
saying.
Taz, go watch Maryland games. You probably haven't watched one yet. It's the same place you was calling here, big dog. Go watch
But they're
Maryland.
executing.
I already watched
What
two
I'm
of them.
saying. No, what I'm saying. My point is that if you got a head coach whose philosophy is basically like, you know what, I want you to do this
Oh, okay.
because I
So you're
can't do
saying
that.
Manny's philosophy.
Yep.
And
Right. I'm saying
Exactly.
Manny,
haters
to me,
towards that.
Manny seems like a guy that
Exactly.
wants to have control over the whole thing.
There you go. There you go.
Ma-
Exactly.
Listen, Manny's philosophy is all right. Everybody, give me a piece of stick and let me wipe the dirt clean. All right, I'm gonna put a little figure right here in the dirt. All right, you're gonna stand right here, and you're gonna stand right here, and then you're gonna run this way, and you're gonna run this way. And that's Manny's philosophy. The man doesn't
Manny
got
thinks
nothing.
he's smarter than a lot. Manny
Hey.
thinks he's smarter than a lot of
The
people.
man got nothing except a
Hey,
fat
I got
paycheck.
a question for all you guys in the chat right now. Was it
Go ahead.
Manny Diaz that said, I'm going to go find a quarterback in the offseason before he had an OC?
That's true.
Yep.
That ain't nothing but
Yep.
truth.
That was before he got Lashley.
That was before he got Lashley.
Yeah, that's before we got
Yeah,
last.
King came in. He promised King to come in, and then he got Lashley.
Thank you.
I thought King came after Lashley did.
No. He said he was going to go find a quarterback before we had an OC. He said he was going to go out there and try to find a quarterback to
Yeah.
bring him.
Okay.
No quarterback in the room.
I thought that
You can look
King
it up.
came after Lashley got here. But I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying that's what I thought I remembered.
Either way, they got here at the same time.
He came after Lashley, but Manny said that he was going to get a quarterback before he even hired him.
All right.
Yes.
He brought them
yes,
in.
exactly.
Okay. Gotcha.
Manny brought them in. Manny brought the quarterback, and he brought the OC.
All right. Well,
No, 'cause,
neither one seemed to
I'm
work
just
out,
saying,
though.
Manny really had the point I'm trying to make is, hey Bird, the point I'm trying to make is Manny ain't believe in Nicosi Perry at all. He was
Nope.
he was ready looking outside for somebody else.
I'm not knocking what y'all are saying about Kosi. All I can say about Kosi is this: is that for the time that Kosi was here, he never won the starting job coming out of fall camp ever. His whole time here.
Talent.
I'm not saying that I'm not putting blame on nobody. I'm just saying that's the facts of what it is. Now he
Okay.
finally left and he got to go someplace where he can go have fun for 2 years. More power to him. Let him enjoy himself. Let him ball out against lower competition. I don't
guarantee you-
care. Good
Okay,
for him.
Berg, I got a question for
Hey,
you.
but
Not
hold
good
on
for him.
though.
That
So
boy-
so
hey,
Jaron
hold on.
so Jaron Williams.
Hey, when you talk about Perry, you
So
gotta put
hold on,
respect on that
hold
boy
on.
name.
So Jaron Williams is a third string at USF against, like you said, lower
Hold
tier
on.
talent, and he can't
Right.
start.
No, hold on.
But
Hey,
he
you got.
was
Hey,
the
when you talk
starter
about
here, though.
Perry, you better put some respect on that name because that boy bleeds the U. No matter.
Yeah.
Hey, that boy
I'm
tatted the
happy
U on
for
his
him.
flesh.
That's why I said I'm
So don't
happy
be just
for him. I'm
happy
glad.
for him. He's a Kane. That guy's a
I'm
fan
glad-
just like you.
I'm glad that he's able to go somewhere and get on the field and have fun because that's
But
what
you
he
got to
can
talk
do.
about him like you talk about another
look,
Kane. He's
look,
still
look,
a Kane.
I just want to say,
Look at everybody else that left the U as a quarterback. You got Tate Martell, that's third string at UNLV.
trash. But listen,
Hey, another
he looks-
quarterback. Another quarterback. This dumbass fan base went and praised. Hey,
I just want to ask you this,
can't
Berg.
call it, bro.
Berg, I
Good.
gotta ask you this. Okay,
Yep.
so you said he didn't win out on the off season as far as getting the starting quarterback job. Is that
Right.
what you seen, or is that what it was telling us?
Who started game one every season that Perry was here?
No, I get that. I get that.
Okay,
but
that's what I'm saying though.
I'm saying from your eye test between Perry and who they had started.
I don't know. I've never been to a spring camp. I've never been to any of their practices. I've never seen anything more so than what the coaches are the ones that picked and said that this guy was better, so that's who they went with.
Right, exactly. But I'm saying for your eye test between Perry and who they started, who you think was better?
We've only got to see a small sample size of Perry, and the time that I've seen
we got
him,
a lot of Perry. We saw Perry.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm not going to sit here and say that he was bad. I'm not going to say he was great. I'm just going to say that we saw what we saw, and other people thought that someone else should start over him.
He's asking you your opinion.
Your
You giving a
Berger.
political answer. He's asking
He
you what
seemed,
you
for me, he seemed like just another guy.
Okay, that's it. That's your opinion. All right.
That's your opinion. Another guy, who holds the records in the state of Florida.
All right, but that's in high school.
But Berger, would you say that the game? I know you saw the bowl game. They played
Right.
Oklahoma State. Would you
Right.
say his passing abilities are way better than King's?
Oh, absolutely.
What would you say his passing abilities are way better than Jared Williams?
It was better. It was better in that game. It was better than. I mean, was it better than Williams? Yeah, I guess it was. After we found out that Jared Williams was scared to throw a football.
Nah, he wasn't
the
scared.
comeback
He
against
lacked
Florida
the
State.
arm strength, big dog.
You forgot
That's what
about that
I'm saying.
game?
People got to go back and watch it. See, you got to.
You forgot about the Florida State game?
Coming in
No,
instead
but
of
Jared
praising,
Williams
bro.
looked like he was scared to throw a
Jared Williams
football
doesn't
half the
have arm
time.
strength. He never did. Jared Williams never had arm strength, bro. If you go back and watch his tape in high school, he didn't throw the ball down the field. It was a mid-range quarterback. 15, 20 yards. That's it. 25 yards maybe.
But what did that have to
no
do?
gun. He
What
never
did
had a
that
gun.
have to do? What did that have to do with not being willing to throw the ball? Because how many times did we see Jared Williams just stand in the pocket and the clock would tick and tick and he wouldn't throw the ball?
Yeah, because he doesn't have the confidence to, because he lacks the arm
That's
strength.
what I'm saying. He
It's
was
the same
scared to
with
throw the football. That's all I'm saying. He
It's
was
the
scared to
same
throw
with
the ball.
DERIQ King, man. It's the same with DERIQ King.
Well, no, but King, though, at least shows that he can do something when the play breaks down. He can take off running. I'm not saying it's the smartest idea in the world, but at least he's willing to try to do something. Jaron just, throws.
Right, but again, you're saying he's able to do something second tier. He's a quarterback. His first job's supposed to be to protect the ball and make the passing play. If we have to depend on a quarterback to say when the play breaks down, at least he can move out of the way. That means he's not the correct guy for the job.
Perry is the last true passer that we've had at this school. The last true passer we've had is Perry. That's
my whole point of me asking you that, Berger, because the fact is, if you think you would take Perry over King and Williams from what you have seen from a game or two.
Whoa. Hold on. I didn't say I would take Perry over King. You just asked me did I think that he threw the ball better in that game. Yes, I did.
So you wouldn't take Perry over King?
No. As far as having a starting quarterback for the whole season, absolutely not. I take King all day long over Perry.
Why would you take King over Perry?
Because I think King is a better quarterback than Perry is.
Really?
Wow. Oh, hold on. Explain that. Break it down.
That's interesting.
But hold on. Break it down.
I just think that
why do you think King is a better quarterback than?
Because I think he's a better leader of a team.
No. Break down his quarterback mechanics. Let me know, please.
Hold on, wait.
I just think he has a better head on his shoulders for being a quarterback at the D1 level than Perry does.
That might be
That's
true,
amazing.
That might be true. But he's not a better. He
doesn't possess the quarterback ability, but he possesses the ability to lead. That's why you're choosing.
Yeah, he's a better leader. Yeah.
Okay, so if
But
he's
he
a better
can't-
leader,
But he's not a quarterback. We're talking about
but
a
listen.
quarterback. We're talking about, can he make the throws? Can he make the throws? Can he make the reads?
I just want to ask
No,
you. I just want to ask you.
And again, that's another problem with us over here.
The only thing I want to
DERIQ
ask you,
King is going to
Berger,
be undrafted. Malik Rozier is undrafted.
And where's Perry getting drafted? Where's Perry getting drafted?
I wouldn't be surprised if
What
he
are you-
does get drafted.
Are you kidding me? You really think Perry's going to the NFL?
He got 2 years.
He could probably get drafted. Maybe not
If
high.
he gets a senior, if he gets invited to the Senior Bowl this year, I
Yeah,
definitely like his chance of getting drafted.
If I hit 6 numbers in the lotto, I'm gonna win.
Bro, you're talking like Perry's like chopped liver.
No, I'm not.
Is
You're
DERQ
just
gonna get
talking. You're talking like Perry's Superman. He's not.
Is
No, he's
DERQ
not.
King gonna
I'm not
get
saying that
drafted?
he's gonna be a top pick.
I'm not.
He could get drafted. He could get drafted in the
Hold on.
get signed
Hold
to
on.
the practice squad. You know?
Hey, hold on. Is DERQ
on.
King gonna get
Wait a
drafted?
minute.
I'd probably not. No.
Of course not, because he's not a quarterback.
But I'm
you
not
want him to lead our team. You feel he's a better leader?
I never once said that I never said once that King was going to get drafted. You're the one that brought the drafting into it.
But
I
you're
didn't.
saying King is a better quarterback. I told you to break it down why he's a better quarterback.
You're trying to construct an argument that no matter what I say, it has to make it seem like
you
Perry
said that
gets
he's a better
elevated.
quarterback, and I asked you to break it down. Why do you feel he's a better
And I
quarterback?
said that, and I explained why.
You said he's a leader. There's more than things than being a leader to be a good quarterback.
Quarterback not have to be a leader.
There's all that stuff.
Does a quarterback
Throwing
not have to
power,
be a leader?
Throwing ability.
So a
And
quarterback
but
being
that's not all it
smart.
takes to be a
Let's move
quarterback,
on
bro.
past
That's
it.
not all
Right,
it takes
but
to be a quarterback.
okay, but most of the successful quarterbacks are generally ones that got a good head on their shoulders, right?
Do
It's
they
a combination
perform
of
well?
two.
Can those same guys make the pass? Can they
Let me
throw?
ask you: Did Ryan Leaf have a lot of good mechanics as a quarterback, but he had a Chiefs-end head?
Put it this way: if
Bro,
you were to combine, if you combine Perry and King to make a
Hold on, y'all.
quarterback,
Hold
you'd
on,
have a
hold
great
on, hold
quarterback.
on, hold on,
bro,
hold on,
Darren
hold
King
on,
can't even go
hold
through 2 reads,
on,
bro,
hold
and you want him as you're saying he's
on.
a better quarterback. Come on, man.
Hold up. We got stats.
Talk about leader. Break mechanics down for me
So
next time.
between 3 games so
Short,
far,
medium, and deep balls.
Perry.
Let me know what he does.
All right, so the first 3 games of the season, Perry's completed 65 passes out of 103, 871 yards, 7 touchdowns, 0 interception.
Wow.
DERIQ King, 81 for 122, 767, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Quarterback
Hey, pull up
rating,
the Florida game.
120.
Who did King play and who did Perry play?
Quarterback rating for Perry,
Hold up,
150.
pull up the Florida game because Perry did play against Florida.
Yeah,
Right, he had a decent game.
Hold on.
Yeah,
he
I'm
played
not
against
saying he didn't have a decent game. He did.
Wait, it's not about decent game. I'm just saying, in case you bring up the argument about he didn't play nobody.
Yeah,
I didn't say he didn't play nobody. I just said
in case.
all I
King
said. I
only
said
played
who did
Alabama.
DERIQ King play? I said who
King
did
only
Perry
played
play?
Alabama, and King only played Alabama. So they're both tied right now. They played Alabama, and he
So
played
Michigan
Florida.
State don't count.
All right. Yeah, Michigan State.
Do they count or not?
That's true. Yeah, Michigan State solid. You're right.
Yeah, okay. Michigan State solid. So is Appalachian State too. Let's count all 3 of them. They solid too.
Listen, man. At
But
the
yeah,
end of
anyway,
the day,
we get
the
the
numbers
argument
clear.
ain't gonna.
Quarterback rating for Perry is
Nah,
156.
So Georgia
I just want
Georgia
to hear
Southern.
mechanics break it down, man. That's all I
Georgia
want to hear from
Southern.
Bergie. I just want to
Georgia
hear
Southern
Bergie break
is.
down his quarterback mechanics. That's all I want to hear.
All right, I
That's
want
all
you.
I
I
wanna
want to hear you. I want to hear you break down the mechanics of a donut.
Look,
I mean,
Exactly.
what are you asking me, dude?
Exactly.
I've already
You can't break mechanics down, bro. Your argument is that he's a better leader.
Bro,
You didn't say what he's. You don't say what he's doing in his pre-snap.
You're
Does he do
searching
pre-snap
for
adjustment?
something that
How does he
answer.
read RPO? Does he go through all his reads? Nothing. I didn't hear none of that stuff. Short ball, short passes, deep passes, medium.
Dude,
Where's
it doesn't
that?
matter what it doesn't matter what I tell you. You're not going to accept any answer other than the one answer that
I'm
you
asking
want
you
to
explain.
hear. You
No,
can't be
bro. It's not
It's
about
cool.
that.
I think
Because
it's
I know
fine.
quarterbacks, bro.
He said his opinion already. Hey, he said his
For
opinion.
real,
so
I
we know his
did.
opinion.
At the end of the day, he chose
cool.
King. You're not gonna change his mind.
No, it's not about T2Y. It's not about changing his mind, bro. It's about him breaking it down. He just said a leader. That's all.
Look, this is his opinion,
Break down the
man. He's
mechanics.
got right to have his opinion.
Listen,
Don't worry about it.
No,
I got
I'm
a
not
question.
talking. I'm not taking away from his opinion. I just wanted to hear him go into depth and break the King down as a quarterback. That's all.
Right.
He
Listen,
just
that's all I
prefers
wanted
King
to
to
hear.
Perry. Simple.
Okay,
I mean,
let
it
me-
is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, the guy he wants so bad for me to make this into a I hate Perry conversation, and
Okay,
it's
listen,
not that
listen.
at all.
No, it's not
Okay,
about
okay.
that.
Yes,
It's
it
about
is. It's
Derek King.
absolutely that.
It's
You
it's
want so
about-
bad
no,
for me
it's
to
about
say
you
something
breaking
negative
mechanics
about
down,
Perry
bro.
so you can light me up and start telling me how he's your favorite
No,
player
I'm not
ever,
lighting you up.
and you
I'm
got
asking- no,
posters
I'm
on your
you said he's
wall,
a leader.
and you're going to
Hey,
buy a
I
statue
asked
of
you
Perry
about
and mount it in
mechanics,
your
bro.
yard. I mean, come
Why
on,
you got
dude.
to step?
Donut, pineapple.
I'm asking you about
donut,
quarterback
pineapple.
mechanics, big dog. Come on, man.
That's
Don't try
tough.
to change the
Listen.
subject, bro. Come
Listen.
on,
I'm
that's
not
all I'm saying.
changing
I
it.
said break down the
Break it up.
mechanics.
Break it up.
Hey.
Break it up. Break it up.
That's
Hey,
all I'm
All right,
saying, bro.
let's move on. Let's move on.
hey, look,
Let's
Bergen,
move
I got a
on.
question.
Perry's
Come on,
gone.
man.
It's all right. Let's
Hold
move
on,
on.
Bergen.
I answered the same question 6 times, and he keeps asking the same question. What
Okay, let's
color is
talk
the
about
blue
the
jelly bean?
quarterbacks that we got
Bergen,
now.
Bergen,
Go.
Let's talk about the
break his
quarterbacks we
mechanics
got
down. If
now.
you can't break his
What?
mechanics down, just say you can't. That's all.
Tell me, what color is the blue jelly bean?
Come on,
What
man.
color is the
Bergen,
blue
Talk
jelly
about the
bean?
quarterbacks that we got
Bergen,
now.
I got a question.
Tell
I
me
got a
what
question.
color the blue jelly bean is.
I got a question for
Terrible,
Bergen.
bro.
Bergen,
And that's
Bergen,
our fan base, bro.
Bergen.
Break
I got a
some
question
film
for you.
down, man. Learn
So you
learn a
say-
little bit more football, bro.
Break
That's all
some
I'm
film
saying.
down. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
Break
stop
some
right now.
film
I'm gonna go
down.
break some film down.
Next conversation, let's break the film down and we can talk about
Right.
it.
Listen, Bergen, I got a question for you.
You got it,
So
man.
you said leadership. So if
Yep.
if King had great leadership, so if he
Right.
knows he's injured, he's not helping the team. Is him staying on the field injured more about leadership or sponsorship for the NIL? I just want to ask you that question.
So you in a fight and somebody tells you to just quit, you gonna quit?
If it's hurt my team, I'm just saying.
So you in a fight and you getting hurt, you just gonna quit? Let the dude beat your ass?
I ain't talking about fighting.
Talk about you
I'm
didn't
talking
get
about
hurt.
football.
You
I'm
talk
talking
about
about football.
team stuff.
Football ain't a
Talk about
fight.
team.
I'm talking
You
football.
talking about being the
If
leader of
I'm
the team, big
hurt,
dog. Being a
my
leader.
take on the whole
Did we say we want dogs on this team that don't quit?
yeah, but it's a difference between being a dog and somebody helping the team
But
and hurting the
now
team.
you want him to quit.
He's not quitting.
Now,
It's just
my
helping the team out.
my thing with King now, when he got that shoulder injury and you know it was bothering him, as a leader, going out there and struggling and throwing interceptions and stuff like that.
That's
As a
on the
leader,
coach
you
to take him out.
should know that, hey, I'm hurt. I'm not going to go out there and do nothing but hurt my team.
Why don't the coach take him out?
You're right, Bergie, but that comes from
And you're right about
the
that.
side.
And then you're right about that, Bergie.
Yeah,
that's why I don't think that Diaz should be here.
Yeah, that's
I ain't gonna put that on King though, T2Y, because ain't no football player gonna come out unless you pull him out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fact. That's what I said. That comes from coaching.
That's what I'm saying. If King was such a leader that everybody think he is, and he knows that shoulder's killing him, he know he can't throw that ball the way he wants to.
Player, though.
He would have took himself out.
He's a
you could
football
say,
player.
Coach, you know what?
Player.
If me going out there right now trying to throw passes, I'm just gonna be hurting the team.
That's not how football players think, T2Y, man. They
I
want to
know
be
that. I know that. But y'all are saying King is the leader. Y'all are saying this is Martin Luther King.
It's the
No,
king
I
right
didn't
here.
say that.
He's leading us, bro. He's the leader.
I didn't say that.
He's a future NFL quarterback, bro. He's a Heisman hopeful.
He's not a Heisman hopeful.
He's not
a Heisman hopeful, man.
No, he's not.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Listen, King Heisman hopeful talk ended against Alabama.
Facts. Big facts.
Him playing to get Michigan State hurt, that's not no Heisman candidate, whatever.
You know how many quarterbacks we see staying in the game?
Listen, when we got embarrassed by Alabama and we barely beat App State, that whole Heisman candidate talk went down the drain.
But he's the leader though, T2I, bro. Come on, dog. He's
if
a
you're
leader.
a leader and you know
He's
you
leading
hurt,
us.
get your ass off the field and stop hurting your team.
Nah, we looking
he's a
at this
leader,
from
bro.
the
We gotta keep him
outside.
out
We
there,
looking
man.
at this as fans, though. We gotta keep it real. Like,
We gotta
you
keep
play
the
the
leaders
sport,
and
you
the
know
seniors
how it
out
is,
there,
man.
bro.
Ain't nobody gonna pull you off that field as long as you can walk out there. Ain't nobody gonna pull you off, no matter how hurt you is. Come on, man.
That's so the coaches don't got no good interest in you either.
Yep.
They ain't looking out for your best interest.
Yep.
And that's another thing I'm saying. With Manny Diaz, that just show you the kind of leader you got at a head coach.
Yep.
You see this kid out here. The first time when he got hurt, he got up and tried to shake it off. And then the second tackle, when you seen it, still bothering him, but yet you still keep him out there.
Yeah, he was holding his arm
That
down. His
just
arm
tells
was
me
hanging
one
down.
thing. You don't give a about that kid.
Nope.
Yep.
Hey, obviously this university don't give a crap about anybody because Malik Young is still waiting on his check from his injury. He still hasn't got it yet.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So
From what I'm hearing, if King
so he
is
still
as,
he still haven't got his check from the University of Miami. They's waiting.
listen,
It's been how many years now?
if King is as smart as they say he is, because they're saying that shoulder might need some surgery or whatever. If he's as smart as they say he is, he'll get it done now while the university pay for it.
Right.
Yeah, but then you know what you gotta look out for.
Once he play out this season and he's gone, guess
medical
what?
shirt though, bro. T2Y, you gotta look out for that medical shirt because then if he does that, then he can go ahead and get a medical shirt and be back next year. And then
Oh shit.
He better transfer.
Remember,
That shit should be gone.
remember,
Damn, we can't win.
if he's injured for too long, if he's gonna be out for like say 5-6 games, he's gonna take the shirt and come back.
Oh shit. He gonna be 35 years old.
Basically, you telling me King gonna leave here when he's 35?
He's not going to be here next year.
No, I don't think so. I think if
Because Manny ain't going to be here next year. So
Yeah.
it ain't even a conversation.
Oh
if he stays,
Anything is possible at the University of
Kings
Miami.
forever said, what channel we playing on? Comedy Central.
ESPN 3. ESPN 3 is what we playing on this Saturday, everybody.
Yeah,
Playing on
we're on
Comedy
ESPN.
Central. Stop lying to them, CJ. Stop lying to them. We're playing on Comedy Central, and they working out a deal to maybe get it put on Cartoon Network.
It's on ESPN 3 this weekend, guys.
I heard we're going head to head with South Park.
The quarterback from Central Connecticut, he was 2018 Broward County Quarterback of the Year for Miramar. So best believe he gonna try to give everything he got against us, bro. Try to show out in front of the crib. He gonna give everything he got.
Oh, so you're saying You saying he's the next N'Kosi Perry, right?
Nah, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he's gonna basically play the best that he possibly can in front of.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna need a lot of help. He's gonna need a lot of help on
You're
that.
making it sound like that kid's a leader.
I'm just saying, bro.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying he was 2018 quarterback of the year, bro. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Yeah.
He's gonna try to play his best.
Well,
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, but this game, won't it make sense? Isn't it make more sense for Garcia to start the first half since TVD already got some snaps previously?
It would make sense.
Yeah.
I doubt it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I doubt it is.
TVD got that slow release, bro. I'm gonna love seeing
Yeah,
that.
thank you. Finally, somebody else said it. Damn.
That
Nobody
release
wants
is
to
so
say it.
slow. Jesus Christ.
That's a tight end
But
playing
he's probably a
quarterback.
leader though, bro. So that counts.
That's a tight end playing
He's
quarterback.
probably a
That's
leader,
true.
bro. So put him out there. It's all good.
Oh,
Damn the
That was
quarterback
the main
mechanics.
thing I seen between them, man. Is like his
Damn the
release is way
mechanics.
slower than Garcia's, bro.
And not just that, bro. He doesn't go through his reads fast enough either, man. He's another guy that's slow on his reads.
Yeah, double
But
coverage.
again, he's
throws.
probably a leader though, so it doesn't
Wait,
matter.
so TVD played all of like 5 downs, and you got this dude all figured out already, right?
I watched this film from
I'm
high
just
school.
going off of eye test.
Bro, you're a
I'm going
freaking
from high
comedian,
school
man.
to what I'm going from high school and
My
from what I've seen from him so
God.
far.
What
I'm going from high school and from what I've seen from him so
what
far,
division
bro.
what Division 1 team are you coaching next year? Because I want to be a fan.
Hey, bro, I'm going off
Y'all
his
might
high
have to
school
take-
film
Y'all might
and
have to
what
take
he
this
has
off the air.
shown us.
My God, dude.
He goes through his read slow. He goes through his read slow, and he has a slow release. He has a slow little wine release.
You need to get on the phone with Julio Frank and say, Mr. Frank, I know how to solve University of Miami's problems. Hire me. I got this.
Hey,
I need to just go backstage.
For real, dude.
Fight it out.
I'm just calling what I
Man,
see, bro. That's it.
you talk that talk, homie.
Nah, go watch the tape, bro.
All right, everybody, hold
Go
on.
watch the tape, bro. I just don't look at somebody as a leader, bro. I look at what they can do on the field.
I mean,
hold on.
Just saying.
T2R.
I'm gonna get that donut.
It's Opalaka Kane. Hey, I got one question to ask y'all. Now, this is a question I don't think none of y'all. I'm good, man. None of y'all addressed this. This on the Perry situation. How many games did Perry lose?
It wasn't high. It wasn't high at all.
He was like 6-3.
Yeah, it wasn't high
Did
at
he
all.
start?
At the University of Miami, how many games did Perry lose?
Like I said, he was like 6-3.
I think he was like 50-50, wasn't he?
Name the games that Perry lost. Perry. So you telling me Perry lost a game as a starter?
I'm just saying. I think he was like 6-3. That's all I said.
Yeah,
He was as a starter. I know he lost the Virginia Tech game, but he came in after Jaron.
No. He came in.
He came in.
But he didn't lose that game. Exactly.
He brought us back, but we still lost.
He brought us
the
back.
game, so
Perry didn't lose. Yeah, Perry didn't lose us no games as a starter. If you think about it, I think he might have lost one.
Yeah.
Remember, we was down 27-7 against Florida State.
Yep.
He came back and won that.
Somebody, EJ said he lost to Virginia.
He didn't lose to Virginia.
Yeah, that was the game he started and he got pulled, wasn't it?
He got pulled out that game.
Yep.
Okay, well that means you're not doing too good if you throw 2 interceptions in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Well, first of all, he went in that. He went that game with a separated shoulder.
Yep.
Did he?
Yeah, he went in that game with a separated shoulder.
Okay. So is that the coach's fault for putting him in with a separated shoulder?
Yeah.
Oh, we said the same thing for
Absolutely.
King. We said the same thing for King then.
Okay, I know. So, but now we're just like went full circle with this.
And that all trickled back down to Manny Diaz.
He's still not a coach, man.
And this is who you guys want as y'all coach. This is who you want as your king.
This is your
This is your king.
This is your king.
See, my only problem with all this situation with the people down in Perry and all that.
Look,
man,
he's
none of the coaches never had his back.
He's gone. Why are we still talking about this? He's gone. He's not coming back. I don't care how much y'all want Perry to come back. He ain't coming back.
It ain't about him coming back. My
Yes,
point
it
is
is.
they did
Every
him
one of
dirty,
y'all,
man.
every one of y'all wish
It's not
Perry
about
would
to
step
come back.
back
It's
on
making sure you don't
University
make the
right
same
now.
mistake again. It's
But we're
not
gonna
about
make
that,
the
bro.
same
It's
mistake.
about the
Listen, at the
team
end
not
of the
making the
day,
same
if I had
mistake
my
on
way,
the next quarterback.
he would have never came here. Perry would have got his chance, and that's it. But we got to
I
move
think
on.
he's
We
talking
move
about
on
he's
from
Now
bringing
you
up
Perry.
got
Perry to so we don't make the same mistake, like you said. So
I
we
just want to
pick the
know
right quarterback this time.
what's your
All
favorite
right,
donut
so
spot?
who? We got Terry, Terry, if I'm saying that right.
Hi, I just want to say one thing. I'm a Canes fan, but I'm from California. And I live in Los Angeles. I was at a modern day game not too long ago, and my cousin's going there. So a bunch of the players came to our house to watch the Miami game, and a lot of those guys were like, they would never go to that school. Like you can tell that they won't become Sunday players going to that
Damn.
school. That's what they said to my face, like in front of my face while I was wearing my jersey. Like I almost cried.
Damn.
You don't cry. You don't cry. You give
how
them a
the young people
donut.
feeling.
You give them a donut. Give them a
I almost
donut.
looked, they're the number one ranked team in the nation. There's a bunch of big ass 300-pound 6'7" linemen sitting on my couch, and they said they would never ever play for that program.
Well, that's all.
Hey.
See, she said it right there. Now you know how we stand with the players, with the young players right now in high school.
And that's crazy.
Yep.
They just went to freaking Texas and blow the fucking number one Texas team out, and they don't want to come to Florida at all. Like I don't know. I'm literally getting emotional. Like I don't know what to do. I'm so hurt. I've never been this hurt in my whole life.
Hang in there. Don't drop the U. Hang in there.
You got a Krispy Kreme donut or the Dunkin' Donuts near you?
I don't want Dunkin' Donuts. I'm sick of these fucking donuts. If I ever go close to this donut, I'm telling you, if I ever see Manny Diaz, I'm low key scared about what I might say. Like I don't know.
Hey, just say, hey, whatever you say, just say it. Hey, whatever you say, just say it in Spanish because he doesn't understand.
That's messed up.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
That was dirty.
That's tough.
Hey, so you from California? So
He
you
gonna pull a
excited to see
translator out.
Garcia play?
Huh? Of course. That's the main reason why I watch. I watch because I watched him play in high school.
Okay, Garcia fan.
Hey, don't say that too loud now. There's a lot of Tyler Van Dyke fans around here.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you,
there's a lot of
Tyler
TVD leader
Van
fans.
Dyke starts
They
over him
love love his leadership from the
I'm telling you,
Northeast.
Tyler Van Dyke starts over him next year. I'm telling you, I know people that know him. If Tyler Van Dyke starts over him next year and he doesn't do good and they don't put him in, he will leave.
Yeah, I believe it.
I would leave
I've
too.
heard
I would
people say
leave
this and
too.
know this man. He will leave.
Yeah, I definitely
I would leave
Hey,
too.
I'm not surprised.
I mean, I
Hey,
wouldn't
but
blame
they'll
him.
be happy
We all
with
can
the
see
leadership we
that.
got over here.
We all can see that he's the better quarterback.
Of course, definitely the best quarterback we got right now.
I know we not Florida. I know we don't got all the D1 players, but we got some good ass teams over there, and they saying fuck us. Like,
Hey, well, but we ain't do nothing for them to feel otherwise though. What have we done?
We're 1-4 in the last 5 games.
crazy
Why
that
should
we keep a
anybody
coach
care
like
about us?
that.
Exactly.
We keep a coach that can't even influence other players who would do anything to go D1 to go to his school. These kids rather go
So
to
we gotta-
community college.
So we got to
Listen.
fire Manny quick, huh?
We need to do more than fire Manny, but I don't want to say nothing that's illegal. But I'll be if we really feel some type of way. I mean,
You smell the best bud over here. We smell that Cali bud over this way too. Now you know what I'm saying. I'm just
you
saying.
never touch California. Right?
Oh my God. Here we go.
Hey,
I can tell you some things. But it's PG. We don't do stuff like that.
Hey, we can't even keep our kids down here coming over here to the program. We lost two 2023 players. One from Edison as a wide receiver that went to Clemson, and another running back from Gulliver Prep who ended up going to Notre Dame. These kids don't care about us, man. We're not putting enough product for them to start winning. So I'm not surprised, man. Again, what have we done? What have we done to even have our kids from here, from Miami and Broward County stay here?
It was crazy though, because he's like 6'7", 320. He could really kill somebody if they put him in there. But he said never ever. He said never. He said it.
Hey, don't say that too
times.
loud though. This fan base thinks that we can get all 5-star players in the world. Everybody wants to.
He play O line or D line?
He played D line. Last time I seen him play a game, he snapped somebody's wrist like a thing. The bone stuck out, and that bone is just as big as him.
I guess you're gonna be seeing him at Alabama.
Big as him.
He's probably gonna be at Alabama somewhere.
And he snapped his wrist.
Damn.
I'm like,
sound like you ready for Alabama.
Talking about Aaron Donald is his idol. Talking about he was about to train with Aaron Donald in the freaking Rams in the offseason. They sent him like a DM or something. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hey, he's 6'7", shit. I can imagine.
He's a big
that's a big
dude.
boy.
You should see his parents. You should see his parents. His parents is big. I'm telling you, he's gonna be crazy. He will. He said never. I'm like, we can really use you, bro. Like we don't got nothing up. We don't have nothing on D-line. Please help us.
I know.
That's tough. That's tough as
You know what's gonna happen though? If he does come to Miami, they're gonna have him practice with McLeod.
He will hurt McLeod. He was talking real bad about McLeod. I'm not gonna say
They gonna
nothing,
have
but
him
he was
sit
saying
behind
some
McLeod.
real dirty stuff about him.
Because McLeod gonna be coming back again next year somehow.
But look though, you gotta look at McLeod. He's been here a long time.
I'm joking.
Hey,
No, he ain't coming back.
McLeod been here 6-7 years. He got a good head on the shoulder. He's a leader. I mean, he leads by example. I mean, bro, he's probably gonna go somewhere high in the draft, man.
How old is McLeod?
I don't know.
He's like 30.
McLeod's old as hell, man. Well, I think McLeod's what, 26?
28, ain't he?
I thought he's 26.
I don't know.
I think he's 26, man.
26.
No, but
He's older than me.
But we definitely got to see Garcia in the first half, man. TVD could do second
I
half.
hope so.
We gotta see Garcia.
We already saw TVD against
said the fuck off
Alabama.
the field.
I mean, I don't understand.
With Manny Diaz as your coach, you're getting Tyler Van Dyke first, and that's fine.
That makes no sense. They don't even have
Just
O-line.
start Leonard Taylor, please. Let Leonard Taylor play the whole game.
Yeah, we
Let
don't want him
Leonard
to leave.
Taylor play the whole game. Give him every freaking snap on defense, please.
You know, it's like
I
that.
love
If
you guys.
DERIQ want to play, let his ass play. If O-line gonna be trash like this, if somebody gonna get him, let his ass get hit. Fuck this.
DERIQ King is not playing.
Yeah, he's not playing. He's hurt. His shoulder.
Yeah, you know why
He's
he's
out.
hurt? Because they trash him, right? It's like they trash, but like they don't have to be trash. They just let them tackle.
Hey, but you know, sometimes when you got a different QB, it make that O-line look a little different. Just saying. Go ahead.
You got to think about something. With DERIQ King back there, it's basically two running backs. We're pretty much, and that offensive line got to do a lot of blocking.
Dang.
Yeah,
DERIQ
too
King
short.
is not getting the ball out of his hands fast enough. Number one,
And the
Because he
O-line,
can't see over that line.
the O-line never know where he is when he starts scrambling. They like,
no.
Do you see the way he scrambles when he comes out of the pocket sometimes? Sometimes he looks like, I'm like, I could do better than that, bro. I can really do better than that.
That's tough.
I don't know
It
about
looks
that.
so bad. It's like, bro, if I see a 300-pound lineman coming my way, I'm taking off like it's a pet bull puppy, like it's a cheetah.
DERIQ King is the poor man's Denard Robinson, man. That's all it is. If you know who Denard Robinson was from Michigan,
Nah, I ain't gonna
then
shit on
you-
King like that.
then
Why
I mean Denard went to the NFL and the King is not. So I mean you're not shitting on nobody.
I'm not gonna
Denard
shit on King
was a
like that.
Heisman. He was a Heisman winner too. So
No,
you're not
I
shitting on
want
nobody.
a real answer for all of y'all. I
It's
want
just
a
the
real answer from
reality,
all
bro.
y'all. I want a real
King
answer
is
from all y'all.
cool, man. He's
Do you
just
think the
limited. That's
NFL?
all.
Do you think the NFL invites
That's
King
what
to
I'm
the
saying.
combine?
He's the poor man's. He's the poor man, Denard Robinson.
Hold on. The lady got something to say, y'all. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Do you think the NFL will invite King to the combine?
Hell no.
Hell no.
No.
They don't even know that
Hell
man's
no.
name.
Hell to the no.
If King would have showed that he could be a running back and a wide receiver and show the NFL that he could do other things, he's talented enough to do that. But as a quarterback,
At this point, I feel
No
like
way.
the only thing that people outside of Miami know, outside of me and the rest of people in Miami know about the Canes is a turnover chain and the fact that y'all don't know how to tackle.
that's it. That's pretty much us in a nutshell.
We're the worst team
Suck
in the
at
country
tackling
when
and
it comes
we
to tackling.
got touchdowns.
We number one at that.
And you know what else is weird? Manny Diaz ain't offering any of these kids at Modern Day. He's not offering any of them. And they got like 25 stars. Not 20. They got like two. Yeah, but they got good people. He's not
Who
offering
doing,
none
that?
of them.
Who doing their nails right now? I mean, the nail thing.
Why are they? I don't understand.
Oh no.
Why are you not offering any of them?
We all
Coaches are going to offer a school they feel they have no shot at getting anybody out there. Not going to waste the time and the budget to go out there.
But they're. So you're gonna just let Nick Saban come out here and take all of them?
Obviously, Alabama has the budget for it.
Section full of coaches. They have a whole student section full of coaches. You gonna just let
If
Nick
the
Saban take everybody?
I mean, it's something called
If the school approves the budget for it, then that's what's going to happen.
yeah, and it's something called a recruiting zone. Like, why would we're not even winning right now? Why would we go all the way to California to waste our time trying to recruit some five-star in California? We're not going to get it.
It's like we at this point.
I mean, we
where
got
it's
to take
Jesus,
our
we gonna have to
season
just take what we can get.
Jay
Not that
Garcia
far.
came to Grayson though. That's in Georgia.
Exactly. He went to Georgia
but
first.
Jay Garcia
They
was being
won a state
recruited when he was at
championship.
California, though, bro. We've been recruiting Jay Garcia now for a couple years.
And he won a state championship in Georgia.
I think he was supposed to go. He was supposed to be at USC first, right?
Yeah.
He was committed to
Well,
UFC.
he committed.
Yeah,
And
but
you
Slay is
when he
dropping the
came to
ball on a
Grayson
lot of
because he
people
was
right
right
now.
by Miami.
They
They
almost
came
just
and
as
recruited
bad.
him more.
I'm sure as hell glad
He-
he didn't stay there.
Well, he didn't
He
believe
was
in Clay
going
Helton.
to. I don't know
That's why he
what they did.
decommitted.
I don't know
Same
what
way,
they
same
did.
reason why Bryce Young decommitted. They ain't believe in Clay Helton. Same reason why Jay Garcia decommitted.
The
Clay
thing
Helton
is, the
wasn't the guy.
difference between the USC and the University of Miami, they're going to put some money behind that program. There's a lot of people
They already
in
talking
Hollywood
about
that's going to put some real money behind that program.
Who, USC?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure.
some real life money. Y'all talking about $100 million? Let's talk about $500 million.
USC
Who's
got that
putting the
money.
money up?
And see, that's the thing too. USC got ADs and got presidents that care about football. We got Julio Frank that say he don't care about sports at all.
Yeah,
Hey,
and
but
you know
we got
what? The
we got
Rams don't
Ponzi
know
schemers and dope dealers, man. We could get money.
Wow.
So, they
see,
don't
what
even,
my-
they don't
my
even
thing
want the
is-
boosters. Listen, they don't even want the boosters' money, man. Let alone that. So,
Hey man, just hit up Rick Rose. Huh?
Somebody said Donald Trump.
But I
Somebody
don't
said
get
Donald
though,
Trump.
because I feel like Miami can get a lot of money too. I got a
Hey.
lot of freaking NFL players that come from
hey,
there.
I got a question for y'all. What if USC lands Mario Cristobal? What does that do to the University of Miami?
Nothing.
What would happen? What would happen if he takes the USC job? Like what?
Nothing.
Like, how do we?
That means
spin
we better
story?
get what's his name? We better get the
Doesn't
upgrade.
mean, hey, next guy on the list.
No,
What
but
you're
I'm
looking
saying,
at-
how do you
what
spin
you're-
the story? How do you spin
I
it?
don't.
Like what's gonna be the spin?
There is no spin. It's just what it is.
Do y'all really think
It's gonna be
USC can
like,
get
it's
Mario
gonna say
Cristobal?
USC gave him the funds that he need to get a good staff and probably turn that program around. That's what it's gonna be.
I can tell you what's going
Miami
to
didn't
give him a
offer
contract that says
counter
$7
offer
million.
anything
They
they
give
had.
him $3 million underneath the table for bonuses and games won and all this stuff. They gonna say $7 million on the contract. They gonna throw this man a bag. It's gonna be more like 20 by the time the year over if he really does well.
Who you talking about, Mario?
Yeah, they gonna throw some stuff in that contract. Oh, he gets bonuses for making it this far, for
Oh,
winning this
Oregon?
many games, or doing
They
all
all-
this.
Yeah.
They're gonna throw that man a bag.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 20
Yeah,
million.
they all have that stuff probably in their contracts, man.
They all saying that Nike ain't gonna let them leave Oregon too.
Hey, Hey,
Dude,
Vo
Nike
was it Vo
money? I
Majesty?
forgot about that.
He asked a question. He was like, if they put Garcia back there and the line don't block, he gonna be running for his life. And then what?
Then we all
And he's still gonna be making that magic.
But you know what?
Hell no.
I disagree with that. I disagree with what he's saying because from what I've seen of Garcia, he's got good mobility within the pocket.
Uh-oh.
He has very good pocket awareness.
Right. So what happens
Very
is
good
he's the
pocket
type of guy that Garcia would actually step up into the pocket instead of trying to run around it.
Thank you.
That
He
ain't
likes
that
to-
no.
Exactly.
No, listen. No, hold on, young Jedi. What I'm saying is, for example, the Michigan State game, the last game. If you watch some of that film, there was actually not the bad plays where they got blown up, but there was actually a few times where we had some good pockets. But DERIQ wasn't going up in there. He was running off to the right. He was going scrambling this way. A lot of times he never goes up into the pocket.
No. He also
Yeah, he
doesn't
doesn't.
scan the field.
See,
he only looks
I'm
at one
just
side,
tired,
either left
man.
or the right side.
I just want to see Jay Garcia. I'm just tired. I just want
You
to
think
see
it's just
Jay
because he
Garcia.
can't see, he don't stay in the pocket?
Yeah, that's
No,
probably
man.
because
I
he's
think that
too
has something
short.
to do with it too. I think because of his height,
He's
he
too
has some type of
short.
limited visibility.
Yeah,
I'm
he's too
thinking.
short.
I'm taller than him.
You know
I'm
why?
5'10". I'm taller than
Hey,
him.
you know why him and his receiver don't seem like they on the same page?
They don't like each
It's
other.
because first, nah, it's not that. No, on the for real. The reason why is because you know what I'm saying. You cannot see DERIQ behind those big offensive linemen and those defensive linemen when you out there running a route, and then you look and here comes the ball. You running a route and the ball just comes out. Don't notice that it seems like the wide receiver be off course, they be lost because it's like the ball just comes shooting out. You don't even see the quarterback throwing the ball. You
Actually,
turn right and you
somebody did a film
They run
breakdown a few
decent
days
routes.
ago.
They do get nice.
Somebody did a film breakdown a few days ago, and you could see he pointed out a couple times where he thinks that DERIQ missed a read because he literally couldn't see. There's a video breakdown. I forgot who did it.
Wow.
There's like 3 or 4 passes where he actually couldn't see the open receiver.
Yeah, because you think about it, he's so short, man. He's so short and stuff like that. That's why he has to roll out. Because we was at that right here in Orlando where they had the spring game, and when they had Tay Martell, Jared Williams, and they had Nkosi. And Tay Martell kept rolling to the left every time. Because Tay Martell's another short quarterback. He kept rolling. And me and Lonzo, we just sit up here watching like, why he keep rolling left? Don't you know it's about Derek? What King does? He rolls out every time. He doesn't step up in that pocket. He does not step up because he cannot see. Because you have to roll out. Because he cannot see nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's why he's only making the read to one side of the field.
Exactly.
And he's missing wide open receivers. Like there's one play where Mike Hawley was wide open. He put his hand up. But DERIQ was looking at one side of the field.
One side. He has two reads. Yeah, he has two reads.
That's it.
That's all he has is two reads. And stuff like that. And when he rolls out, because remember, last game he did step up in the pocket. But what he do? He threw an interception because he didn't see. He didn't see the other defender coming over because he cannot see. When he stepped up in that pocket, he was completely blind. That's why he rolls out every time to throw the ball. That man only has two reads only.
Two reads.
Because he's too short.
Rambo
he's too short, man.
Hawley number 2.
Exactly. He cannot look off nothing else. I haven't even seen this man look off. It's like he gets locked on a receiver. 2 receivers he looked for, and that's it.
Hey, I saw him for the first time. He actually he made a pre-snap adjustment. He saw what the defense was giving us, and he tried to change the play, but we ran out of time. That was the first time I ever seen him do that.
I love
him.
He tried to make an adjustment. Pre-snap.
Yeah, because I never see him do that, man. That's why I'm like, this man only has 2 reads.
Ever.
Question, guys. I got a question. Okay, Rambo had a great game, and I feel like Rambo is probably the only trustworthy receiver we have right now. But is there a reason why when he's trying to extend the play that it don't look like he's moving fast? Like, it looks like he's not getting any burst. Like he's trying. You
know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because King, let me tell you something. King hasn't done is he don't hit nobody in stride. All of our receivers look like a bunch of possession receivers because they wait for the ball. He hasn't hit nobody on stride.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah, he doesn't.
You know what I'm saying?
And
he don't hit nobody on stride.
As a receiver, when you catch the ball only 5 yards, you don't look to run fast. You look for blockers. Because now it's like a screen play.
Anybody getting down there in time though?
But see, when the only time King.
Oh,
same play Perry did. You know what I'm saying? Because
say it one more time, bro. You went in and out.
Start from the
I
only time.
was gonna say the only time Rambo was actually cooking in that.
They look like a bunch of possession receivers because they have to turn around and catch the ball. He doesn't hit nobody on stride. If somebody's gunning it downfield and they wide open, they gunning it. King either overthrow him or he underthrows the ball. And sometimes when he rolls out,
I don't
the
think
thing is he can make some he makes some good passes.
He can make some good passes, but he's just not consistent with it.
He can't do it.
No, he has no consistency.
Hey, I got something for y'all. Do y'all know the reason why Rambo was cooking like that in the first half? Y'all know the reason why?
8-yard cushion.
It's because they was calling a press release. So they was in a man press release. So pretty much they showing press, but they're backing up like 5 yards, which was leaving Rambo with the hitch route wide open. That's because Michigan State DC was fearing our speed. But once he realized that it was all a joke,
play cover 3 a lot. It was a lot of
once he realized it was all a joke, second half what happened? He went man and press. And Rambo had one catch. It was over.
That man that they coach said about us.
He got 2 catches in the second half.
You know what they coach said about us? He called us punks. He called us punks.
Hey.
Like I don't know.
We can't say nothing about it.
What are you gonna say? What can you say?
2 snaps up, 2 snaps down. I guess here.
You got beat up by 3 touchdowns. What are you gonna say?
But Michigan State, bro.
We got heart.
I know.
Michigan State beat us by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's what you just said. Michigan State beat us by 3
We
touchdowns.
can't
Guys,
say
I'm getting
nothing, man.
emotional. I'm getting emotional.
Everybody that scores now, they put the U down. It's like, come on, man. It's like a joke over here.
Hey, you know what makes this year so bad for us too? Is that we got so many nationally televised games that were scheduled this year, so we getting embarrassed in front of the country.
Yep.
Like
That's the worst part.
they made a meme out of freaking Hall. It was on ESPN. That's the first
Jesus
time I've
But
seen
let me
Hall.
tell you what really lost us that game, though, man. All stuff jokes aside, bro. If Mallory caught that touchdown pass, we would start blowing them boys out.
You don't know that because you have no idea how the course of the game would have went after that.
Yeah, we don't
We
know.
would have had the momentum. We was
But you
getting
don't know what would have happened after that. It just would have made a difference at that moment.
Yeah, but I get where he's coming from. Hold on.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do.
You're right. I'm agreeing with you. We don't know where that game would have ended at. I agree with you that 100%. But I felt like that game was that was a momentum breaker. But like you said,
of course it was.
You know what I'm saying?
There was a lot of momentum
Yeah, but like,
break.
hold on, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying we still don't know how that game would have went. You know, that didn't tell us that we would have won the game, but it did kill our momentum.
I agree.
But
Yeah.
that's the biggest problem.
I agree
we've been
with
having
you.
all season, right?
sound like
This
a
is
whole
the
you know what I'm
problem we
saying?
talk about with the coaching, right? It's always these mistakes that's momentum breakers. It's not that we're making mistakes at key times all the time.
Yep.
This is
Mike
a coaching
Harley
problem.
made a key drop too. That was on the scoring drive.
Yeah,
Oh my
on
God.
third down.
Oh my God.
Hey, all that shit sound like some Manny excuses. That's all I gotta say. Period.
Nah, I ain't making no excuse for Manny. Manny just he just ain't a good coach.
Manny said we would have made field goal and all the other bullshit.
He ain't a good
Hey, look,
coach.
it happened the way it happened. We didn't do what we were supposed to do.
Right.
I just want to win a game that we're supposed to win and actually look like we were supposed to win it. Like
that ain't gonna happen.
That App State game, we were like 2 plays away from that game being different. It was like 15
Man,
yards.
that was a fucking loss.
That App State game, we was a drop pass away of
From being 0-3.
I'm telling my dad. I'm arguing with my dad.
Being 0-3.
I got a question for y'all. The App State game, what y'all think we should name that cat?
Name what?
What y'all think we should name the cat?
27 Georgia Tech. 20.
That was the highlight of the damn game.
Oh yeah, the
Super
cat.
cat.
Yeah, the cat.
Oh yeah, the cat.
We should name the cat. That was the
Super
highlight.
cat.
That was Manny's last. That was Manny's last 9 live right there. That was his 9th live falling down.
Yeah, that was a sign.
That was his 9th live, right there. He got no more lives left.
Who that Lakers all day?
What's up, man?
What up, Lakers all day?
Oh man.
Long as you ain't got LeBron bitch ass up there, I can deal with it.
No, we good. Hey, yo, man. I got Kobe Bryant. We good. We good.
Long as you ain't got LeBron up there, I'm good.
I got Kobe.
Give me Kobe.
We good, man. We good.
Give me Kobe all day.
I got Kobe on there, man.
Oh yeah,
So
we
you
love
good.
Kobe.
We good.
Yeah, Kobe.
Kobe all day, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Lakers all day. What's on your mind, boss?
All right, so look, did y'all hear what Jalen Phillips said? He said that
You don't even know what a cover 3 is?
yeah, that's sad, bro. That's sad. That's
Why
sad.
though? But why?
He said that out loud.
Yeah, that's
like
sad.
in front of
Why would
He said until he got to the NFL, he never knew what a cover 3 was.
Yeah, but he's on a defensive line. What should he matter? What's going on behind him though?
I'm about to say, what's that? That's irrelevant.
Drop him back, Berg. They drop him back when they go to the 3-3-5.
Yeah, but this is
back in coverage, so he has to learn that.
But if you would have read more into the article and other people that were about it, this is not an uncommon thing for defensive linemen not to have a full understanding of what's going on behind them.
I'm about to say that is nothing new. A defensive line, not too many defensive linemen know
they
what
just blew it up and made it into something to pile on Manny.
They should have been talking about that damn donut. The damn donut.
Nah, you know what it is?
Who came in with that foolishness, man? Bro, they get on my nerves, that damn donut.
Like now,
I'm telling you, I've never watched football practice so much in my life. I've never watched people.
Bro, that's the most ridiculous thing. I don't know.
It was embarrassing.
I don't know who came up with that stupid ass donut, man. That thing driving me nuts.
Oh,
but I hope I don't get
Man,
close
it
to it.
ain't
I'll
even
pop
a
that
donut,
dog
man.
thing.
It's the intensity
I'll
throughout
pop
the
that
whole
damn
practice.
thing.
Nah. Hey, you know what, Jedi? It is the donut, man. Because if you look at the way we tackle, they all go down to the leg and they try to get that one arm around.
And they try to get that one arm inside that hole, which is the dumbest thing. That's no way to teach nobody to tackle.
That's not gonna work on
Yeah,
nobody.
can I get
Anybody who's physical is gonna throw them.
Can I get 12 glazed donuts, please? Oh shit! I thought I muted
No,
my
I'm
mic.
not. This is what I'm trying to say. It's not only the donut; it's the whole practice, the intensity. Like it's like my team practice hard.
Nah. Hey, young John, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's that doggone donut, man.
That damn donut,
Because
man.
the way they trying to apply the tackling, you
the
got to
same
get
way.
your arm into that hole.
Yep.
Man, come on, man. That's not the way you tackle. What they need to do, they need to go back to live tackling because, first of all, that donut does not teach you how a person move. What person you know move like that doggone inner tube? Cut it out with that foolishness, man.
Manny
ain't got that move. Man, cut it out with that foolishness,
That
man.
donut be rolling.
Man, that foolishness, man, is just.
We saw that donut roll, and then we got roll tide.
Oh, don't even say that.
Man, don't teach nobody how to doggone tackle.
What if this
Who the hell came up with that method any damn way?
Manny.
Well, we need to load his email up with, man, if you don't get rid of that shit, I know something.
How about sprinkles?
What if Garcia or Van Dyke? Hey, what if Garcia or Van Dyke like ball the hell out against his high school team, and then King try to come back? What do you think's gonna happen?
They're gonna go with
be
King,
Van
man.
Dyke. It's not gonna be Van Dyke. It's not gonna be Van Dyke.
It doesn't matter who it is. They're gonna go with
I
King,
want
man.
Garcia, man.
I don't want to piss off anybody, so I got to mention.
Don't put Christian with them with bad O linemen. Don't jeopardize him.
I gotta say, Van Dyke.
You know what?
Certain fan base happy, but you know I'm
I think
let Van Dyke have his little rip. Don't jeopardize. Let's leave Garcia out of this. Let's get better O linemen first.
What you mean?
I think
That
Garcia-
man
She want to protect Garcia.
This thing about with Garcia.
We protect Garcia by all costs.
Listen, the thing with Garcia know how to maneuver.
We gonna sit back
Yeah.
out there
He know how to
before we
maneuver,
get Garcia
man.
out there. I don't think it's right.
You know how to
We
move.
need to
Garcia
do
know
that
how
to
to
that
maneuver.
kid.
Garcia,
We don't want him to get hurt. We don't want Garcia to get hurt.
I will volunteer to take some snaps if it means that Garcia sits down. I swear to God, I will do it.
What you think gonna happen? What you think gonna happen?
Full body cast, but at least when I see the games later on while I'm in my high school, I know Garcia's safe. And then we can prosper later on.
Hey, she got to DM Garcia and tell him all this.
The thing is, Garcia.
I don't know how long you plan on protecting him. He gonna have to get in the game sooner or later. He gonna get popped sooner or later.
Better coach and more O linemen.
It don't matter. Better coach. He gonna have to He's still gonna have to get his behind in the game sooner or later.
I don't think next season though. Like let's keep him happy and wait till next season when we can really start over.
Keep his job, he better
What makes you think he happy sitting on the sideline?
Listen, the same.
You don't care how bad the game on. That man want to play.
Listen,
that man ain't happy to sit on the side. That man want to play.
Did you hear about the stuff they said about Leonard Taylor too? Like, what's going on?
No, what that's a rumor, man.
Yeah,
that's a rumor, man. They got to play that man. That's
Like I said, that rumor got some legs.
Florida trying to get him from up underneath us.
No. When you think about it from his perspective, though, you a top ranked guy. You know you're good. They say you're good. They tell you you're good, and they won't play you. They won't even give you 20 snaps. When you have somebody like Nick Saban calling you, telling you he'll give you 30 off rip. That's crazy.
Man, I don't know. I still don't.
I don't know. I don't know about all that.
Number 2 player in the country hasn't received 1 snap. That is
not one.
Coming out of high school.
Yeah,
Florida's trying to.
I've been over that. He don't know the playbook nonsense. I've been over that.
He's a defensive tackle.
Listen,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Florida's not
exactly.
Florida is not the ones in his ear. It's his former teammates that's at Florida that's in his ear.
Exactly. That's in his ear trying to get him to come through that.
I'm letting you know right now. If I'm the head coach, I'm in his ear. I'm in his ear.
Coach,
All this stuff
I'm not sure
on
if y'all heard. I'm not sure if y'all heard his high school coach come out and talk, but boy, that was.
What did he say?
He was mad. He was saying that he just don't understand how we're not giving him no kind of reps. Like it doesn't make sense. Like he's primed and ready
that bring you back to the Lingard situation. When the dude wanted to play, Manny kept him on the sideline.
Guys, let's be serious. Let's say we're all.
Yeah, but Lingard hasn't seen the field at Florida either.
I'm about to say, I don't think. I'm about to say Lingard. Hey, he's talking about converting a linebacker.
But at the
Lingard
time,
decided to be a lineman. He still ain't getting no snap.
At Miami, at that time when he wanted to play, he would have been good.
Why?
That Lingard situation was always funny.
Lingard can't block.
That was always funny to me.
How come everybody's always
I
going to
don't
be good
understand what
after they leave? He would have been great. He's going to be something.
He went over there to Florida and said, okay, I ain't going to play running back because I can't get on the field. I'll be a linebacker. I ain't heard nothing else from him.
Everybody block. That was the
problem.
Everybody would have been a superstar.
He ain't on the field. He ain't made it on the field as a running.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He couldn't block. That's why they wouldn't put him on the field. He can't
Don
block.
Chaney can't block either, bro. But he gets on the field. He actually got hurt trying to block. So I mean,
He'd have been All-American if.
That narrative don't work here, bro. Don Chaney can't block.
That man, the track star. That's what he is.
That's my guy, but his pass protection.
No, he can't block too. Will Mallory.
No, he can't block.
Who?
Will Mallory.
Lingard.
Oh, you said Will
Lingard can't block.
Oh, Will Mallory.
Why are we talking about Mallory?
Will Mallory?
Lingard, we talking about Mallory.
Man, let me tell you something. There's a lot of things Will Mallory can do. He can't block and he can't goddamn catch.
Damn, y'all just
he can catch,
man.
Am I lying?
He can't block.
He can catch.
He can catch.
He can catch. What, 5 yards?
And I don't know, and I don't understand on that pass why he was trying to catch with his body. Like, come on, man. Like they teach you football.
Let me tell you something. Okay, I played football. I'm gonna tell you something. People that try to catch with their body, they ain't got no hands.
Thank you.
That's true.
Thank you.
They ain't got no hands.
Don't do that.
If you try to catch, I don't give a doggone. Bro, I'm gonna tell you, ask any coach. You ask any coach, they'll tell you a player that catch with their body cannot catch. They do not have good hands.
One pass,
they don't have good hands.
One pass. That was one pass.
One pass.
Yeah.
He's dropped a lot more than one pass.
No, I'm talking about that body catch.
Let's not talk about the passes, guys. Let's just
but that body catch though, right there. Come on,
bro. This has been Mallory, bro. Did y'all forget that Florida game?
Oh God.
Nah, I didn't forget that Florida game.
Shoot, we could have won that. What'd he do? Drop the. That man always dropping pass at crucial times, man.
Okay, it's better you say that. That's a better point.
Ain't like he got great hands. That man ain't got no hands, man.
Hey, but everybody said Will Mallory is better than Brevin Jordan, though. So that's the whole narrative.
Yeah, I thought it. Yeah, you know what? And crack is a hell of a drug.
That's a narrative.
Yep, and crack is a hell of a drug.
That's the narrative. Will Mallory.
Everybody that said that, I swore they was smoking.
Best tight end in the country now.
Who said that?
Canes fans, man.
I ain't never heard nobody ever said Mallory's the best tight end in the country.
I ain't heard no. All I heard everybody say about Mallory is he had the upside. That's it. I ain't never heard anybody say he was better than Jordan.
Better than Brevin Jordan.
I only heard they said he had the upside.
Who said that?
What?
They
I don't remember nobody saying that.
Better than Brevin Jordan.
They said he had a higher ceiling than Brevin.
He had a higher ceiling and he had an upside.
That's all that offseason.
I mean, Brevin Jordan.
That's all that is.
Brevin Jordan even said it himself that he had a higher ceiling than him.
Yeah.
Well,
but guess what?
If Brevin
yeah, if he can catch the ball. If he can catch the ball. Man can't catch, man. Y'all cut it out, man.
He got to get better at blocking too, man. He get blown up a lot out there.
They need to get better at catching too.
Man, did you see that safety do? How that safety did him?
Don't
what's
talk
probably
about it.
messing with his head?
Leave it alone.
You know what's messing with his head? The fact that he got Arroyo breathing down his neck. He never had nobody pressuring him.
No.
I'm telling you, some people.
No, because he was behind Brevin Jordan,
but he was
so he knew. Yeah, he was behind Brevin, so what's getting in his head is he keep dropping them damn passes.
Yeah, but listen,
was he and
Brevin Jordan's head? Was Mallory in Brevin Jordan's head?
Right.
Listen,
was he?
Had no. Yeah, but Brevin's better, obviously.
Was Mallory in Brevin Jordan's head?
Mallory had no pressure when he was behind Brevin. Now that he's the man and he got somebody better behind him.
Exactly.
But so Mallory wasn't in Brevin's head though?
Wouldn't that make you want to keep your job?
Yeah.
But not everybody's built
Exactly.
the same. Not everybody got the same
But
mental
I
that's
just
what
I
Hey,
don't buy that.
yeah, that man want to keep his job. Hey, I ain't saying the man dropping passes purposely. Yeah, I'm just saying he
Nah,
can't catch.
Right.
I just think
That's what I'm
mentally he
saying.
can't deal with being the man. That's it.
Like
I,
Navon Donaldson.
I don't know about the mental thing. I just say beyond 10 yards he can't catch.
So you think it's like
Like
He caught a long pass
his
down the
physical
sideline
abilities
last.
are not, he can't catch
Okay, okay, go and see how many times he would target past 10 yards and see how many passes he caught.
No, man.
That exactly.
I'd have to go look that up.
He can't block. He
To
can't
be honest
really
with you, they
catch.
should bring Arroyo in there as well for more pass protection. To be real with you,
they should just
Well,
bring him in,
he's a
period, and
better
give him a
I was
shot.
about to say they should bring him in. Period.
That ain't gonna block. You might as well put the guy
Hey,
in. Gonna be
I was about
better.
to say the same thing. They need to just bring him in.
Yeah.
Period. Shoot.
Just
Hey,
put
you
him
see,
on the
hey, this is
field.
hitting on the point. Hey, this is hitting on the point that's troubling the whole damn team. You see, these kids ain't got no mental toughness. These are the kind of kids that Manny's raising. They ain't got no mental toughness.
That's Manny's fault. It ain't no
Manny don't got
No,
none either.
but hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. But a lot, you're saying these kids don't have mental toughness. I'm not ragging, but I'm just saying. But we were all happy when we got all these kids during the recruiting period. So what happened between when we were so happy when we got them to now that all of a sudden they're soft mentally?
Manny.
Hold on. With Mallory, hold on, people, hold on. With Mallory, now let's hold on. Let's get it right now. Mallory was the number 2 tight end coming out, and Brevin was the number 1. We had the number 1 and number 2. But see, the thing was with Mallory got the speed and the size.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we were happy to get Mallory. But you know what I'm saying? Of course, we happy to get these cats, but when they get on the field, they not performing. What do you expect everybody to do or say?
But my point is, I don't think that they're not performing because they're soft. I just think that some kids just don't make it to the next level and excel.
Okay, but still, hey,
we're not doing a good job of developing.
But check this out. Look here, it ain't that much developing the world. If you can't catch the ball, you can't catch the ball. That ain't no coach's fault. That's you with them butterfingers. You can't blame that on coaches. If that ball hits you in your hands and you don't catch that ball, that's the coach's fault.
Correct.
It's like any sport. It's like any.
No, they ain't coach's fault. That's you can't catch.
Right.
It's like
No. That's not the coach's fault.
You watch sports.
You can't.
No.
You're not putting that work in.
Listen, in sports, you got some dudes that could turn it on when the lights go on. They could perform.
Yes.
You got some dudes that can only perform in practice.
Yes.
When the lights turn on, they can't handle it.
They practice players, man.
Some of these dudes ain't good in practice, but when the game time, they gamers.
Yo, how many times have we seen a kid that's a superstar in high school and he gets to college and now he ain't worth he ain't worth nothing?
We see many times.
Listen.
Yeah.
How many times we see the dude that's a superstar in college and he gets to the pros and he's out of the league in 2 years?
Many times, because there's a lot of them Heisman Trophy winners. A lot of them Heisman Trophy winners. You better check them things. That Heisman Trophy, hey, them Heisman Trophy, ain't too many of them, boy, became superstars.
Yo,
they were busts.
You remember a guy named Andre? You remember a guy named Andre Ware?
Andre Ware? Yep. Yeah. I can name him. I can name a lot. I'm 46 years old. I can name a lot of those.
Hey, you.
Man, shoot.
I got you by a couple years.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what I'm talking about. I can name them Heisman Trophy winners. Ain't too many of them Heisman Trophy winners wind up being Hall of Famers or wind up doing something in the NFL.
Look at our own Gino Toretta.
Oh my gosh, bro!
Yeah, that's why not every high draft pick turns out to be somebody, because not everybody got it between the ears.
But it's not because the kid is soft. It's just because that's just the way natural progression works. People just don't always get better as they move on.
Right, and a lot
I agree with you on
All
that.
of our players haven't got better as they've been here. None of them.
Hey, you know the sad part too is a lot of our players got better in the pros as of the last 10, 15
and that's what I was about to say. It's funny how we had we won like 5 games that year under Al Golden, and look at all those cats that got drafted. Look at Rayshawn Jenkins. He's still in the league.
Yep.
Bush still in the league. Look at all these cats. Ray Armstrong. Come on, in the league.
And we was playing Ray out of position. He was supposed to be a linebacker.
Out of position, exactly. But you know what? Hold on. Before you say we was playing him, Randy Shannon tried to get Ray Armstrong to become a linebacker, but he did not want to be a linebacker.
Okay.
Because Ray Armstrong, I live here in Orlando. I'm from Miami, but I live in Orlando. I watched Ray Armstrong play for the Seminoles and over there in Sanford, and he was knocking heads off. Randy Shannon tried to get him to be a linebacker. Ray didn't want to do it. He did not want to do so. You know what I'm saying? He did not want to do that. Look at Gus. Gus was going to be the starter for the Baltimore Ravens, but guess what?
Yeah, Gus surprised me. Gus really turned it on.
Yeah, Gus turned it
But
on.
see, but you know what? Gus was undercoverly turning it on. He been balling last year, but they weren't blowing him up because all the other running backs that was dominating.
Hold on, let me ask y'all something. Now, Mark Pope going from receiver to cornerback / safety or whatever.
Right.
Y'all think he's Sam Shields?
He's going to start.
I'm not going to say he's Sam Shield. Hey, I'm not going to say he's Sam Shield, but what they call a wide receiver that can't catch.
A wide receiver.
Cornerback. No, they call him a cornerback.
They call him a cornerback.
That's what a wide receiver is. A wide receiver that can't catch, that's a cornerback.
Okay.
What you call a running back that has no vision, you know what I'm saying, coming out that backfield, he's a linebacker.
Yep.
I call him a bench rider.
Actually, a lot of those good running backs, man, they become great linebackers. I'm gonna give you one right now, DJ Williams. Everybody keep thinking DJ Williams was a doggone linebacker. No, DJ Williams, he was a running back. He got to Miami.
Mr. California, all-purpose athlete.
Hey, he played both positions here at Miami too. He played a little bit.
But you know what? But guess what? He fully converted over to linebacker. The first year he played backup running back. But then when they moved him to linebacker, he became, you know what I'm saying, as we became, you know.
Yeah, he started with
But see, Sam Shield wasn't sorry as a receiver. That's what I keep telling people. Everybody like, oh, Sam Shield became, you know what I'm saying, a good DB. Because no, he didn't suffer as no doggone wide receiver. He's still a good wide receiver. He switched position because we needed more people, you know what I'm saying, in the backfield.
If I'm right, I thought with Sam Shields, he had like a somewhat, not want to say a bad year, but he went through a year where he wasn't that great, and that's when he decided to switch over because other guys were starting to get more play time ahead of him. So he figured he could reinvent himself at cornerback.
But you know what? I'm gonna bring up a player that I get upset when people knock him, and he was doing it all. And I thought they shouldn't have moved him. Dallas Crawford.
Yeah,
Dallas Crawford was such a good backup running back for us, and then they decided to move him to DB. He did good, but he was better off. You know, as a backup running back.
They tried to, like, I think, if I remember correctly, towards the end of his time here, they tried to switch him back to offense every so often to come in as a backup running back role. But then it was like too little, too late, or something like that.
Too little, too late.
He was a hard runner too, man. He was a hard
runner. Because I'm gonna tell you, because see, this is what I tell people about. You know what I'm saying? I love Duke Johnson, but I keep telling people because we sit up here and we blow Duke Johnson up a lot. Oh, he the greatest running back because he got the record. No, he wasn't. Duke can never run between the tackles. Duke never showed up in no big games. Duke for the first 2 years. Excuse me? Name one big game he showed up.
I'm just wondering where you're going with this. I'm just wondering where you're going with this.
No, I'm just saying that Dallas Crawford was able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Dallas Crawford, you know what I'm saying? He ran with strength. Yeah, he could run between the tackles. Duke couldn't. You know what I'm saying?
I'm taking Duke Johnson all day long. So,
okay, you taking Duke Johnson over who?
Over everybody.
Really? You taking him over Edgerrin?
Well, not over Edgerrin, but I'm talking everybody that he played with at the time.
You taking him over Clinton Portis?
Listen to what I just said. I said I'm taking him over everybody that he played with at that time.
Oh, played with. Oh, okay. Because I was about to say, I don't want you to have me disappointed. Because if you would take him. Let me tell you something with Duke Johnson, man. We force-fed Duke the ball, man. That's why Duke got the record. We force-fed him the ball, man. Come on, let's be real.
Good.
No. Duke wasn't. We didn't. We made Duke our whole offense. We had burners. Yeah, we made him that. He wasn't our whole offense. We made him that. We force-fed Duke that ball. That's how Duke got that record. Duke was. I could name about 10 running backs that we had way better than Duke. I knew Duke wasn't gonna last in the NFL. I knew he wasn't gonna last.
He's still in the NFL.
No, guess what? No, he's not.
He's a free
No,
agent.
he's not.
Oh,
no, right now
this year? All right.
Let me tell you what he's doing. No, let me tell you what he's doing.
So this is
right
this
now.
is his first year out of the NFL.
Yeah.
Right now. Look.
You
Yeah,
played
but
last year.
check this out. Yeah,
All
but
right,
I knew he wasn't gonna make it. Everybody talking about he was gonna be a starter. No, he wasn't. He can't run between the tackles.
He had like an 8-9 year career. That's a good career.
Oh my gosh, man. Dude got hurt. Come on, man. Cut it out, man.
Bro, if you could put 8 years in the NFL, you've got to be pretty freaking decent.
Bruh, they got kickers that been in the NFL for 15 years.
Kickers!
Exactly. Come on, man. Come on, you talking about. You act like it's no, but my point is, you making it seem like it's difficult to be in the NFL that long.
No, I'm just
okay.
saying.
What did he do?
You're making it
What
seem
did
like
Duke
Duke is some slouch, man.
Yeah. What did he do in the NFL?
Stop.
What have Duke Johnson did in the NFL?
All right.
Tell me you know how it feels to be on the other side of that Perry argument.
Thank you.
How it feels, bro? How it feels?
I'm just saying, what did Duke do in the NFL? He got
Duke was
what,
a
like
lot-
3 highlights?
Duke was a lot better than N'Kosi Perry.
Oh,
How was he better than
I
N'Kosi
guess.
You comparing running back to wide,
Everything.
you comparing one running back to a doggone quarterback that had nobody backing him up.
No, because if you were here earlier, the other guy was trying to make Perry seem like he deserved a statue on campus.
Nah.
No. See, no. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me give you the fact.
So much. You know we love
You know,
Perry so much.
because he got done dirty, man. He got done dirty.
Not only that,
Perry got done dirty, man.
Done dirty too, but Perry. The thing is, Perry wore this U on his sleeve.
Yeah, but Perry, let me tell you something. Nobody, no U player got done dirtier than Perry, bro. Perry didn't have none of them coaches backing him up. He had none of them coaches. None of the coaches backed him up.
It was the great
Mark Rick was stuck on one thing, trying to make Malik a doggone quarterback. Malik did not have the accuracy. He had a big arm but didn't have the accuracy.
Okay.
No.
All it took was that one video that somebody dropped, and old Christian Mark was against him ever since. Look at last year when Perry came in. Last year.
And
Look at Manny Diaz. What Manny Diaz said, oh, he did what he was supposed to do. But Jared is our guy. Jared was sticking up the whole joint, just messing everything up the year before. The year before, Jared was messing up everything. Perry came in and won the game. Perry came in and did this. Guess what? Manny Diaz, all he said, oh, yeah, but he did what he's supposed to do. But Jared, you know what I'm saying, he's our guy. What? Are you serious?
Manny Diaz.
Man, let me tell you something, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all, we was at that spring.
Oh man.
Huh? I didn't say that.
Hey, you can jump it back. Hey, you know what? To switch gears.
I didn't say that word, bro.
I think we need a donut break or something.
Joseph Yearby was done wrong here because he could have been something special, but Al
Yearby
Golden
was
wanted
good.
to
I
put
like
all the weight on him and mess him up as well. I think Joseph Yearby could have been.
Is it never the player's fault? Is it never the player's fault? The coaches. It's always the conspiracy.
But Golden didn't do Yearby wrong.
Conspiracy, bro.
Yearby got the start.
Anthony Chickalo came out. Joe Yearby.
He did Chickalo wrong. Yeah, he did Chickalo wrong, making Chickalo put on all that weight.
Yeah.
Chickalo was a 4-star or 5-star when Chickalo came in. Chickalo was a linebacker. He put all that weight on Chickalo and made Chickalo get on the line. And that messed Chickalo up, but guess what?
He did the same in the year.
But guess what? Yeah. But what I'm saying, well, how did he mess Yearby up? Yearby ended up starting. Yearby had a good season.
He put the weight on him, and Yearby lost his speed. He lost that gear. Once he put all on that weight, he had no more gear no more. He lost the gear.
Oh, but Yearby, come on, you got to put on that weight because you're going to take that pounding.
No. I hear what you're saying about that kind of weight, but he got big. Like Al Golden was trying to turn us to the Big Ten. Like we was a Big Ten team.
Well, yeah. That's what I try to tell everybody with Al Golden. Al Golden came in there trying to make us the Miami Penn State because that's where he played at. That's what he tried. All that nonsense. He tried to make his Miami Penn State. And of course, that wasn't gonna work because
Switched
you know
up
what
to
I'm
the
saying.
3-4, and we went to the 3-4 defense too.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well-
but you know what? But think about it. Our offense ran good without Golden. It's just our defense sucked because he wouldn't get rid of his brother-in-law.
Right.
If Al Golden,
Yeah.
look, let me tell you something. I tell people,
But-
could you imagine Al Golden offense with a Manny Diaz defense coming in?
We'd suck even more.
No. I'm talking about that first year. The first 2 years, we didn't suck on D.
The first year was 6
Those
years
first 2
ago.
years. No, those first 2 years.
It was 6 years ago.
Hey, it wasn't the Manny Diaz defense, bro. Think about it. It was Mark Richt that is the one that hired all the defensive staff.
I agree with that, but I'm just saying Manny Diaz was the defense coordinator. I get what you're saying, but I'm saying
he was hear me out. Right now, our defense is worse than when Mark D'Onofrio left.
Yeah.
So
I don't know the difference. I don't know.
I do. The difference is
we suck.
Yes,
we sucked under both of them. I don't
Yes.
know. Yeah, if you saying there's a difference, because I'm gonna tell you, it looks
There
the
is
same
none.
to me. I'm about to say it looks the same
both of them.
because we still playing 5 to 6 yards off.
Listen.
What happened to
question-
that aggressive man press that he was talking about? When
only
Manny
did.
Diaz first came in, Manny Diaz had us pressing him.
Yes,
we
we
didn't play
talked
off the
about
ball.
this.
Now we doing this nonsense like, man, I don't even know who this dude is, man. Ain't no
Listen,
damn Manny Diaz.
earlier on, I posed a question to the panel, and I said to him, if you would have told me what you were just talking about with the 2 seasons in 2017, 2018, whatever it was, if you would have told me that after that Notre Dame game, that right now our defense would be worse than when Mark D'Onofrio left, would you agree with that or no?
No, I wouldn't agree with that. I did not see this
nobody
coming.
would
I
agree.
agree with you. I did not see this coming.
Like I said, it is.
Yeah.
Because
No, I
right now
know.
our defense
That's
is
the
worse.
sad part. That's the sad part.
But you know what? Hold on. Our defense, hold on. Our defense ain't get bad until Blake took over.
No, it was always Manny's defense.
No, because I'm gonna tell you. Okay, hold on. Let me tell you why that's not Manny Diaz defense. Because first of all, Blake came in with that. Manny Diaz had us playing press, aggressive. Blake came in with that break up. You ain't looking up for the ball. Manny Diaz now.
he put
those
he
guys are
played
looking
our
for the ball.
quarterbacks back and kept the receivers in front of us, so we could stop the long ball.
And and this what Blake wanted us our cornerbacks to do. The ball hit their hands and you try to knock it away.
So why are we playing the exact same defense this year?
Yeah, man.
We're playing
defense too.
right now.
He's still playing now.
We're not playing that. We're playing that Mark D'Onofrio defense right now. We're playing off.
This is Manny. This has been Manny Diaz's defense since 2016, and it's always been Manny Diaz's
I disagree with that.
2016.
No, because I sit up here and watch that now. I see a difference.
Well,
I see a difference in that defense.
So is this year?
Because Manny Diaz, when he came in, we played press coverage.
With Al Golden's players.
Is this year's defense?
We still played. We played press. We played press defense.
With Al Golden's players.
When Blake took over, Blake came in with that trying to knock the ball out your hands. Don't look up for the ball.
So hold up, you say we playing press now? You seen that?
No, we're not playing press. No.
So what defense is this?
That looked like that he went and got that page at Mark Dolphin, whatever his name.
We're playing this fake ass man. It's not a full press release, but it's kind of like we're playing 5 yards back.
Yeah, but we playing 5 yards back. Exactly. That's not that first 2 years.
Nah.
That's not that first 2 years that we playing.
I hear you, but this is Manny's defense right now. He's coaching.
Yeah, man.
But
same shit.
Okay. Exactly. That I'm agreeing with you. This is his new defense. That's not the first 2 years. Yeah, that's not the first defense he played. That's some new shit.
Hey, hold on. You know what's something that we didn't point out?
What?
We keep saying it was Manny, but I'm gonna be honest. Me personal opinion, I think it was Coach Cool, the defensive line coach that we had in the beginning.
No,
I think he had that defensive line going so crazy, getting in the backfield. We had
Coach Cool for 1 year.
Play that press coverage.
But we had Coach Cool for 1 year.
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we did have him.
And then Coach
you're
Cool,
right.
and then Jess Simpson came with and was coaching up his Coach Cool players. You see what
might
I'm
have
saying?
a point there. You know
we
what?
We went 7-6 that year.
No, I'm talking about the but I'm talking about the when we was leading the league in tackle for loss.
Yeah, the year that we beat Notre Dame, we started the season 10-0, and then we fell apart and haven't recovered since.
I think
That's what you talk about.
year, bro.
No, that was the year we lost 3 straight games to end that season, and we never recovered since then.
But
Coach
Cool left. Yeah, Coach Cool left for Rick. Remember, he was gone. I don't think he
Yeah,
was here.
Coach Cool left that year. He left that
He went
year.
to Alabama.
He went to Alabama,
Coach
and then he
Rick
gone.
left.
I don't even know where Coach Cool at right now because he damn sure he did 1 year in Alabama.
Yeah.
In that
Yeah, I
Notre
don't know
Dame
where
game, we lost to Pitt, then we lost to Clemson in the ACC.
And then we lost to Wisconsin.
Then we lost the bowl game to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
We lost to Pitt. Okay, that year we lost
Pitt,
to
Wisconsin,
3 in a row. I thought we lost 4. You sure we lost 4 in a row? Cause we lost to Pittsburgh.
We lost 3 in a row.
No, we lost. We lost. I think we lost 4.
No.
You sure?
It was Pitt.
Clemson. Go ahead. Clemson,
Pitt, Clemson, and then Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, we lost 3 that year.
Okay.
We lost the last 3.
Yeah. Because Wisconsin was the bowl game. Okay, you're right.
And then
I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I get him right
Wisconsin
sometimes.
exposed our linebackers. If y'all don't remember.
No, Wisconsin. No, Wisconsin exposed our DBs being too small.
And our linebackers too, because they was running the ball.
Wisconsin was bullying the dog shit out of our goddamn DBs. Our corner, they showed out small. They were taking balls. They were taking balls away from the cats. They were in good positions, but guess what? They were taking the ball from our DBs. They were bullied. They bullied the shit out of our DBs. Man, I go back and watch that game and be like, oh my god.
That game, and then we played them again, right? We played Wisconsin again.
Yeah,
didn't we?
We played them the following year, and when they did us the same way.
I don't.
Yeah, we played Wisconsin in the bowl game again.
Yeah, we played them back to back year.
I'm not ragging on you. I got you.
No.
Yeah, we played them back to back year.
And I'm saying we
played
even
Wisconsin.
adjust. We lost again.
Yeah, we played them back to back years, and they exposed our behind again. Y'all too little.
We played them again the next year in the same bowl game, just a different name.
Exactly.
Yes.
It was
And
the
we
same
lost.
thing.
Yeah.
Too
And we
small.
lost even worse, 35-3.
Yeah, too small back there.
That was in the Pinstripe Bowl game at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, the Pinstripe Bowl game. Yeah, in New York.
It was just too small.
Jesus Christ, bro.
So, yeah, that's
Terrible.
what I'm trying to tell you. And that after the 2017 season, we beat Notre Dame, and everything went downhill after that. Well, I should say,
Well, see, we
played
had, you know
Pittsburgh.
what? But see, that year we had back-to-back great games that made it look like we were back because everybody keeps saying Notre Dame. We beat Notre Dame, and we beat a really loaded Virginia Tech team. And that looked, the way we beat those two teams, it just looked like we were back, bro.
Yeah.
And then we just stunk it up, man.
No. If you go back and look at the 2017 season, we was winning miracle games. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. That's why I'm mentioning those 2 games that made us look good because we were sitting up here barely. We doing was comeback games. Florida State comeback, Georgia Tech comeback, doggone Syracuse comeback. We had a bunch of comeback games. North Carolina, Jeff, your boy Jeff Thomas, bingo. We had a bunch of, we was scared and it was gonna catch up to us sooner or later. But guess what? We go to Hard Rock, sell our the Rock, and guess what? We beat the snot out of Notre Dame. Then guess what? We got a good loaded Virginia Tech team that come in. We beat Virginia Tech.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, it looked like we was on the roll, but then Pitt.
Right.
And then we went up to Pitt and just ran out of gas.
And just ran out of gas, bro.
We ran out.
All that stuff caught it.
Said, I'm done. I can't do it no more.
Yeah.
Malik Rozier, you got to win this for us. And we all know he can't win shit. So.
He cannot win the game, bro, because he can't throw.
You realize, in our last 11 bowl games, we are 1-10.
That is garbage, bro.
1-10 in our last 11 bowl games.
That is terrible. That is terrible. And our first bowl game came on. Wasn't it the first bowl game? Was Rick's first year?
Yeah, I was there. It was right here in Orlando against West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia. I live here. I was at that game. But you know what? The thing is, what scarred us, man, is Richardson getting, we losing out on Richardson, lost out on Malik. Bro, we had a lot of things that went bad for us, man.
Yeah.
Richardson career got ended, and that was our
Him and
breakout
Malik
dog on
Young's
receiver.
career, man.
And then
That
Malik,
hurt us.
yeah, it's sad, bro.
It
It's
is, but
sad.
listen. Every team goes through some sort of a controversy throughout their time.
That
It
ain't no
happens to
controversy,
everybody.
bro.
But I mean
Nah,
that
that was no.
they have their trials and tribulations. It happens to
Yeah.
everybody, and they're able to recover. We haven't.
No, we
And I'm gonna
haven't.
say this, man. That strength and conditioning coach we had over here, Gus Felder, man. All that news that leaked out about him keeping the gym closed and not opening up on certain days, and these kids wasn't getting properly trained. I don't know how he kept a job, to be honest.
Yeah, well,
You talking about Gus? You talking about the big dude?
Yeah, the big dude.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you know the funny thing is,
Philly sucks too.
I'm gonna tell you one thing about him is he had us blowed up like I don't know what. But I didn't understand that closing the gym and all that. I don't know. But the thing is he put so much weight on Dallas, bro. I was like, Dallas looked like a pregnant dolphin.
Yeah, but look at what Philly's done to
Dallas.
us now.
Yeah. And it looks
Hey,
like
Dallas Day.
it looks like Philly's only working with certain players, man. Because if you look at
Philly-
some guys,
Which game y'all
and they develop, and then some guys they not develop.
Cam Harris looks like he got the body of the Incredible Hulk and the movement
You know what?
of a freaking.
You know what? Y'all might get mad at me with Cam Harris. You know, I met his uncle. His uncle was in my barbershop, and he was like telling me, yeah, watch my nephew. My nephew gonna blah, blah, blah. Man, let me tell you something. Cam Harris got a little, to me, I think he got a little too bulky. Because look at the way he runs. I think he doesn't have the great vision, and he's too stiff.
That's on
He's
Philly.
always been like that.
He is
Yeah,
too
that's what I'm
stiff.
saying.
Yeah, but
was
see,
always like
he is so
But
stiff
he wasn't like that at Carol City, though, man. Carol City, he was
No,
a
he
one-cut
wasn't.
back. Carol City,
Yeah,
was
but
one
see,
cut,
look at him
and he made a
now.
move.
He cannot. I'm just saying. Since he came, that man has no wiggle to him at all.
No.
He has no wiggle. He doesn't. That's why everybody went crazy over Chaney. Chaney
Knighton, yeah.
got wiggle and Knighton. Chaney got power and he could doggone shake. Cause when you come on, just think about it. When you look at Chaney, who the first running back from you think about? Frank Gore.
Frank Gore. All day.
Frank Gore, cause all day. But see, think about Harris is he goes down after the first contact. Chaney, they piling up on him. Chaney keep them legs moving, they piling up on him.
That's because Cam top heavy.
Cam, he's so bulky that he's to me, he's just so stiff that he has no cut at all. He has no shake, no wiggle.
He always off
balance. Is good.
Yeah,
He's so off balance. It's like the first contact, he goes down. Chaney, bam, bam.
And then
You know what I'm saying?
the whole leader. He dances. He dances behind the line, like he doesn't know which way to go.
Because you know that is? But you know that is? You know that is? That's called he doesn't have great vision.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
He does not have good vision. He has the size. He has the size. He has the power. He can catch, but he doesn't have good vision. Because he runs his behind right into the pile.
What was the excuse that he made in the press conference for Cam? What was that one?
What, Cam?
Yeah, what did he say about Cam? About something about the line not being able to doing something?
Yeah,
man, let me tell you something.
The line is
The
not.
line
The line is not opening up no holes for him. That's
You know what? Let me tell you something. Then he don't know how to bounce to the outside.
I don't even think it would matter. Cam is he be so off.
He does not know. Let me tell you, that man can't bounce out. Look what happened before Chaney got hurt. Cam was struggling. Chaney coming there. What Chaney do? Bust up there and get 20 yards.
Yeah.
Chaney was cooking when he got hurt.
Yeah, he was cooking.
Come on,
man. I'm sorry, man. I'm not.
I think Cam, the only reason why he's starting, I'm gonna be real, and it's sad, but he's the best pass protector we got as a running back. I think that's the only reason.
Yeah, he's the best. You ain't lying. Exactly. He's the best pass blocker, but at the same time,
that same King life. And I think that's the only reason why he's out there, bro.
But King,
You're right. I agree with you. You're right about that. Because as they talk about, his pass protection he's really good at pass
His
protection.
pass protection is elite. His pass protection is like
Elite, yeah. But he cannot, bro. But as far as running and vision, he has no good vision at all.
Nope.
Because when he gets the ball, it's like it closes up in the middle. He does not understand bounce out. When Knight come in the game, Knight will bounce out to the outside, Knight gone. Cheney come in, Cheney does the same thing. Cam tries to just, man,
he tries to find a hole. He tries to bounce in the middle.
It's still. That's what I don't understand.
I don't understand it either, bro.
I don't understand it. It's like he's trying to look for a hole to come up the middle. It's sealed. Bounce it outside and go.
But it's almost like he don't know where the hole is supposed to be. Like he don't know how.
That's why I said he does not have good vision. He does not have good vision. Now you watch our past running backs here. Miami never had a bad stable of running backs. We always had good running backs. Even if they wasn't elite, they were good running backs. Because you look at Mark Walden.
Yeah.
Mark Walden, bro, it was like you didn't think he had that type of power. But man, he knew how to bounce, he knew how to cut, and he's gone. It's like I'll holler at you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll holler at you. You ain't finna bring him down easy.
You know who used to dance? You know who used to dance in the back too? But because of his speed, he was able to make some out of it. Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller used to dance behind the line as well.
Who?
But he had that speed.
When Miller hit that hole, he was gone.
Oh, Miller was one of my favorite backs because Miller had power and Miller danced in that backfield. And once he get up to that, oh man, he was gone. And his balance was so good, man. That's enough. I'm
catch Miller.
No, you ain't finna catch Miller. But yeah, once he hit that gear, I'll holler at you, bro. It was like he'll holler at you. But see,
Cam
you know
don't
what I'm
got
saying?
that speed though, bro. He don't got that balance.
No, nah, he doesn't. And the thing is, he doesn't have a great balance, and he doesn't have. That's what I'm saying. He's not shifty. He's stiff as hell.
I think Portis had the best vision out of
But
all
is that
backs.
something you can fix?
Oh yeah.
Is that something you can improve on? If you training them and you fixing them, like
What vision? No.
Balance.
Vision. No, vision is instinct.
Can you teach them balance?
Vision is instinct.
You can teach them
balance. Yeah, you can teach balance.
Yes, you can.
But at the same time, if you don't have that vision, let me tell you something. If two people get a hold of you,
that comes down to strength and conditioning coach.
No, it comes to strength. It comes to first of all, it comes to leg workout. You got to build those legs up. You got to spend more time. You got to spend more time on. Let me tell you something. You know why Barry was why it was hard to bring Barry Sanders down or Emmitt Smith? Look at their legs.
Yeah.
Look at all the great running backs. That you couldn't bring them down. Look at their legs. Eric Dickerson. Look at the legs. Man got legs the size of a tree trunk. Portis, big legs. To me, I tell people to this day, to me, I tell people one of the greatest running back that I thought had it all, and he was all that, was McGahee. McGahee was like 6 foot. McGahee was 2+. Look at McGahee legs and his upper body. And look at his speed. McGahee was a nightmare, bro, because you wasn't bringing McGahee down. McGahee can shift. He had the whole package. Frank Gore, come on. Frank Gore was a monster. And just think about how great Frank Gore was. That man had both of the cartilage out his knees. Gone.
Both of them. Yep.
Both. And right now, that man is ranked number 5. No, he's 5th in the NFL right now in the running backs.
Still playing.
Still.
Crazy.
But McGahee, I tell people, I said Portis was a monster. Washington burnt Portis out. McGahee was just, he had it all, man. Speed, size, power. You weren't finna bring McGahee down like that. Why you think? That's why I tell people, just like in that national title game, that was a cheap shot. People talking about like, oh, no. That man went for McGahee knee purposely. Watch that play. He did that purposely. They know they had to knock him out. That's why when people say Duke is the greatest running back out of Miami, I said no. I know about 12 running backs better than Duke. Duke got the record. He has the record, the numbers, but we force-fed Duke. But there's running backs that had the whole package that made it to the NFL way better than Duke. Because for me, I look at power. I look at strength. I look at speed. Look at Cooper. Look at Peyton. Look at Peyton. Yeah, Greg Cooper. Look at Peyton. You know, Jared Payton. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't bring Peyton down like that. He was a monster. You know what I'm saying? Look at there ain't too many times we had a bad running back at the U.
Hey, listen. I love all y'all, but I'm gonna go to sleep.
All right.
Bye.
Hey. All right, man. Love the session. Y'all stay up, man. Open lock and cane. I'm out of here.
We'll do it again. All right, y'all. Take it easy, man. Good night.
All
Thank
right,
everybody
man.
for hitting the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank everybody
All
for
day.
coming on the panel. Go Canes. Get rid of Manny. I'm going. Good night.
Man said, get rid of Manny.